T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Liftoff.
Shake and bake! Does that feel good? Yeah.
Don't that feel good?
Welcome, Shaking Bakers. Lyle is already on the number one Yingling Light Beer counter. Welcome to episode 14 of the Shake and Bake Show with Stevie Fast, Jackson, Lyle burning his eyebrows off, Barnett Courtney 75 hard super wine Enders. What's going on, folks?
Do y'all sing along to the intro? I sing along.
Yeah, the whole time I'm like, dun, 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 dun.
I wish you could. I kind of wish Matt would turn the cameras on like 5 seconds before the show starts.
I'm glad he don't. Damn. But right, like 5 seconds before the show, I was shotgunning some Crown Royal, so I'm glad that he doesn't.
It's shake and bake. Woo!
Shaking and baking, baby. Right. It's Lyle. I love fajitas Barnett. We're already getting on you. Man, it's been a long 2 weeks without you guys. I have sure missed the fans. We got a lot to talk about, and these things, thank you. I appreciate it. I'm embracing my inner Bahama. And we got a lot to talk about. It is going to be an exciting show. We got a really special guest coming on later. We've been trying to bribe her. We finally bribed her with tequila. And what have you guys been up to the last 2 weeks?
Well, first things, I'm just going to call Dion Walrath out for the Where's Erica. Don't even.
I thought we were going to Rochambeau to see who got to go first. Way to just.
Oh no, you just talk.
Right, cool. Yeah, go ahead.
It's a gender neutral show.
What happened to ladies first?
That shit ended when
feminism kicked in. Because the Ender Squared is here tonight, and we are going to have enough of that anyway. But go ahead.
Right. It's going to be hard enough.
You are outnumbered. You guys are in for the Ender sandwich tonight. But listen, y'all just chill
does that
out.
mean me and Lyle are the meat in the Ender sandwich?
No, Erica and I get to be together.
That's fair.
Is that not how it works? Okay.
I don't know. Sure. It depends on what state you're in.
Anyway, fine, Lyle. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Go ahead, Lyle.
Well, I've been beadlocking the world. Okay. Just one set of wheels at a time. I haven't been doing any racing. I was not in Epping. We will explain in a little bit how Epping has completely screwed me because of a woman. Mother Nature has screwed me from racing in Bristol. So yet again, there's your reason why you didn't get to go first, because I got screwed by a woman this week. Courtney.
Well, I mean, I guess there's worse things to get screwed by there, Bud Light.
That's
fair.
All right, so you've been beadlocking the world. You've been getting screwed by the forces of nature. We got some other stuff to talk about that I know you've been up to that was exciting this weekend. Before we get to that, what have you been up to? 75 hard.
Well, it's medium 60, medium 65-ish, but it's been going well. I'm still doing all the workouts. I've drank. This will be my 4th day in 37 days. So not too bad. That's honestly probably the most I've ever.
This is my 4th day drinking this week.
This is my 17th in a row, so I'm pretty good.
My liquor store guy, again, he was like, dude, where have you been? I said, well, I've been sobriety. But it's been going good. I've been freaking walking like crazy, running like crazy. Erica and I went to the NASCAR race last weekend. We'll talk with her about that. We actually have some constructive things to talk about of just we walked the Midway, dealt with the fans, just kind of saw what NASCAR does and why from the inside we're always like, why can't we be as big? Why can't we? Well, we have the answers because it's just magnitude 1 freaking thousand there. But it was awesome. It was hot as crap. So that's what I did on my weekend off. And if we wouldn't have had the show tonight, man, I think that the world would have fallen down because you can't go 3 weeks without a shake or a bake.
Yeah, we were on this morning. I woke up to text messages at like 6:30 this morning, and we were talking about not having a show. And I was kind of on board just because I've been up. Nash D has a fever. So Nash D turned 1 over the weekend.
Woohoo!
Big party. However, you get a bunch of kids together, they swap snot, shit goes haywire for like a week, and
things are getting out of control.
So Nash D had him a good fever overnight, and Melissa and I took took turns in the recliner.
Like you got the jungle rut too.
Yeah. But so we didn't get much sleep last night. but Nasty was feeling a little better this afternoon. A good day at Grammy's house with some playtime in the treehouse will fix anything. But so that's been my last 24 hours at least.
Well, that's good.
But, tell us about the birthday party.
Did y'all have clowns?
You know, I was there. But no real ones. None of the ones with painted faces or any of that nature. But anyway, so you know, you always have these. You have these.
Sorry, I'm sharing on Erica's face or Instagram. I mean, Erica's sharing. Go ahead.
I'm having a relapse here. You always hope that like the babies are gonna laugh and they're gonna smash the cake and rub it all over their faces and love all the things. But Nash D was completely overwhelmed. Cried when we sang happy birthday, did not touch the cake, and was only happy when he was in the splash pad, which we had set up outside. So overall, it was good to see all of his friends and family from out of town and our friends from the town we moved from. But Nash D, not a fan of the spotlight. We're going to have to work on his camera face. He's got some work to do before.
Well, I mean, he's one. So like there's some time to improve.
Yeah, but he is
deal.
Lyle's kid, so
I mean, but the curve isn't one. You're not supposed to be ready for national television at one.
Well,
I mean, you didn't even have clowns at his birthday party. What do you expect? I mean, you're not bringing the kid up right. You're supposed to have clowns.
No, see, that's scary.
Haven't you seen Billy Madison?
I don't want to be fucking traumatized, but anyway, whatever.
So, we got any Matt? We got any footages from the Nash D birthday party? We got any smoky footage? Any clown footage? Oh, look at that! Look at that, baby. Hey, what about my man in checkered flag shorts?
Oh yeah,
that's cool.
So I was fast dad, fast mama, and he was a fast one.
Look at that baby boy. When are you bringing him to the track?
He's been.
I know, man. I've seen him, but when are you bringing him back to the track?
No. Well, it was going to be this weekend. I was supposed to fill in and drive for the Russian National in Bristol. And due to wonderful Mother Nature, he qualified. So Dimitri drove. Though most of you probably thought if you watched NHRA TV or paid attention to any of the qualifying sheets, my name was on there. I was not there, and I was not driving. The NHRA just failed to pull me off the sheet. In fact, I had to text Joe during first round of qualifying and be like, hey, man, not me driving this week. But because Dimitri qualified Friday and he made the field, when they canceled all the racing and moved it to Bristol, Epping eliminations now being ran during Bristol qualifying, Dimitri has to drive. So Dimitri ended up staying. I will not be driving in Bristol. Obviously was the plan. The whole family was coming. Nash D spending the weekend at the track. It was going to be awesome. And now that's not happening. So probably
come hang out with me.
I am.
And you can give me some moral support.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to need Jesus and a barometer for Bristol. So normally when we go.
Okay. Got him again. Fly counter? Right. That's 4.
Yeah. So like I just got back from the land of maple syrup and pancakes and lobster, and I have some sort of fruit flies or something in my office, and I'm under siege. So I'm taking the little bitches out. I got 4 of them so ready. So we need a fly counter. Yeah, you got it. All right. So I don't even know what we're talking about. Yeah. So so come hang out with me. Normally in Bristol, the barometer's bad. Blower cars run like 12th through 28th. So it's hard to run one race there. We're going to go there and have a race within a race. But before we get to that, let's talk about I see we got Clay in the chat. Let's talk about our experience in Epping. First of all, when Dimitri rolled through the water box and the announcers were talking about how you're doing it, I was like, that's not allowed in there. But they did get it corrected. It was a very, very unusual race. Pro stock car and motorcycle folks hit the absolute lottery. I know they're sitting around drinking martinis on Sunday thinking
we really were.
It was 90 degrees and the ball sack sweatometer was at full maximum on Friday. We got one round of qualifying, and then an Arctic blizzard from Justin Bond's house came in, and we had a 40-degree weather swing day to day. I've never seen that at a racetrack. I've never seen anything like it. And then we sat in the rain for 3 solid days. I mean, we warmed the car up 4 times and made 1 run.
How were the fans? Did they hang around? Like, I feel bad for the East Coast.
The place was packed. The place was half packed on Monday. So the fans were, I mean, just wall to wall Friday, wall to wall with us in the rain on Saturday, wall to wall on Sunday. I spent a lot of time with fans and it was fun. And then I had over a dozen fans come up and tell me, we took Monday off. You guys are racing Monday. We're coming to see you guys race. Nah, I missed them.
Okay.
But it was the craziest thing I've ever seen. And I'm going to tell you something and you're going to think I'm nuts, and I'm not embellishing this. And you can ask Alan Reinhardt if this didn't happen. We're sitting there. It's no chance of rain at 1:00. NHRA tells us on track at 3. Cars are out. Every time we would get within 30 minutes, it would rain. It would rain. It would rain. They finally, Alan Reinhardt gets on the mic at about 2:30 and says the words, "Okay, God, you win. We will not be contesting the New England Nationals today." Within 60 seconds, the clouds part, the sun comes out, it's 65 degrees and does not rain another drop the rest of the day. Track was dry in 20 minutes, and that is a true story. It's the craziest shit I've ever seen. I was like, well, we're not supposed to race here. I don't know why. I don't have the answer, but like, we're not supposed to race here.
Somebody posted a picture, and I was trying to remember who it was, of the fans. They were standing, it looked like, on maybe their lift gate, and it was the sea of fans within the Pro Mod trailers, and it's something I've never seen. You normally see that amount of people in the nitro alleys, if you want to call them, or the areas between the backs of the trailers. That's where you see the crowd like that. But I've never seen that many fans between Pro Mod trailers at any race, including Brainerd. Like there was,
but it's
it
door
was
park
unbelievable.
country.
I can't
We
remember
were
who
kind of
posted
glad that
picture.
we weren't going to go there. Like, we got to cut 3. That's just the way it is. Did you get it?
I got it.
Okay. We got to cut 3. That's the way it is. We get it. But the distance wise, it's kind of like, cool, we don't have to haul all of our shit up to New England. But that's a place where the fans, like, you get all the old Englishtown fans up there, you know, they are like diehard about it. And so Ken Cartuccio, actually, this was his first NHRA race. And so we were talking at PDRA and he's like, what's it going to be like? I'm like, dude, you're actually going to have fans. I don't think he really believed me, but I heard that the Pro Mod pits were just smothered.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really unbelievable how much fan interaction we had, how many people came to watch Pro Mod. I mean, when we warmed up, it was stacked up like nitro warm-ups. It was really awesome. And watching all those folks stand in the rain for 3 days to watch us race, like, I hate it for you guys. It tears our heart out that we can't give you a show. Like, because we know you guys, like, we're in the rain too, and as miserable as we are, I want to thank all of you that came out to watch us. I hope we go back. It was a long drive. We spent $7,000 or $8,000 worth of diesel fuel coming, and I wish we could have put on a show. That air conditions that we had on Saturday, Sunday, and Monday would have produced world record runs. And I want to thank the fans for suffering with us. I had a bunch of fans bring me all kind of cool shit. What you got? Oh, yeah.
I was waiting to be next, but then Lyle and I started doing weird shit.
All right. So, I got that.
Question.
Hold on. Let me talk about the gifting. The gifting. I had fans bring me the greatest jelly bean of all time, Starburst jelly beans. I had maple syrup from different vendors. I had cookies, I had cake, and lobster delivered to my pits, and it was awesome. All the shake and bakers, I ate that entire 1,600 calorie bag of jelly beans in one day. So you should crash my diet.
That's pretty impressive. However, I'm going to guess that later on in the hotel room, you did not have a good time.
That was fine. I just mixed it in with some bourbon. It just fuels the fury, and then you go out and eat
gut of iron.
I have not controversial, but just a thought pinger. I saw that NHRA, they're giving the tickets from Epping this year. It's going to be good for next year. But like, when a race happens like that, I know it's really rare. Not one single round of nitro eliminations. Like, do you think they could show up at like Bristol or like Denver or somewhere and be like, here was my ticket to Epping, and like that ticket be good for any other race from this year? I just hate that they got to wait a whole nother freaking year.
Yeah, that is kind of bullcrap. I get it on both sides, but there's a couple of policies that just suck. One being the policy about if you've completed a qualifying session and a couple of cars go down the next session and it rains in the middle of them, those cars count and nobody else is run.
I hate that.
Sucks. So just because Belushi and Manny made a shitty run on Friday night and got to be first, they got their runs and got into the show, and the two guys they bumped out were sitting on the starting line when it rained, don't get a chance to defend themselves and get thrown out of the race. And I get it. I see both sides of it. I don't like it. I think if everyone does not get a shot out of it, the session should get thrown away.
I agree. I'd like to hear what Erica says about that later if we could.
Well, it's the same thing as stuff they do in the pros, but when she comes on, I'd like her opinion. I mean, I could see that if it worked for you, it would be good. But those guys literally had already done their burnouts. The two guys that got knocked out, they're sitting on the starting line ready to make their runs. They've been bumped out of the show, and they don't get to.
Well, so from what I remember, if that happens, let's say it. And I know we're comparing apples to oranges here, but like at South Georgia, for instance, like I was in the water box behind Shane Stack, I think, when the fog was so dense that you could not see the numbers on the scoreboards. All you could see was the glow on one side or the other. And they ended up, it's unsafe. Nobody else is running, and none of those counted. So like, nobody probably knows the answer to this, but why do they allow Belushi and them's run to count if nobody else can run at the same time that they did?
Because that's the way the last decision cookie crumbled.
Yeah, and again, I would like when we get Eric on in a little bit, I would like to get some feedback on that. But if they would have sent those two cars down the racetrack, we're talking about championship altering implications. Justin Bond was on the bump. Those guys go 690 or faster, either one of them. Justin Bond's not in the show for Bristol. You know what I'm saying? These kind of things affect championships. So I'm curious to see what other folks think about that.
Before we move on, we have not talked about the last PDRA race. We haven't had a show since then.
Okay, hold on. Let's finish up Epping, and then we'll get to that. Then I want to get Eric on. So Epping, in case you guys didn't read the deal, they're going to contest Epping's event during qualifying in Bristol. E1 will be Q2 of Bristol. So Q1 in Bristol is Q1 in Bristol. Q2 is E1 from Epping and Q2. Q3 is E2. The semis will be run in between Q3 and Q4, just for the people competing in Epping. The final of Epping will be Q4 in Bristol. You're going to have a race within a race. Thunder Valley is an awesome venue. If you want to come out, you need to come out. I think NHRA should honor those tickets from Epping at any event.
Plus, Too Fast, Too Tasty stuff going on, too.
Oh, yeah, for sure. And that was if you didn't watch Ron Capps pedal that funny car to win that deal, I was standing in the staging lanes. I didn't know who was driving it. I heard somebody pedal a Nitro Funny car 7 times. I looked at the staging guy, and I said, I hope whoever's driving that owns it, because if not, they're fired. And then I see Ron Capps on the top end. I was like, okay, he owns the shit. He can drive it like that.
Yep.
So
Ron Capps is a gangster.
Yeah, he was gangstering over there. So that's what we got coming up for the Lobster Nationals.
Fair enough.
What did you say?
So PDRA real quick then before we bring the champ on.
Yes.
The champ.
Tommy Franklin gets or did in Pro Nitrous.
Boom, boom, boom.
Shabam.
Let me tell y'all, I have the best freaking job in the world at the PDRA. And I mean this. I would say this if I got paid $0. On race day, I get to stand at the top end with a microphone and a camera and no rules. Thank you, Flo Racing. God love you. And seeing the interaction with these guys, like I've known the camaraderie at the PDRA and I've known the competition level, but just being right there when they come out, like when Jay Cox and Butner race each other, like the teammate deal, just that whole vibe down there. But I'll tell you, Tommy Franklin and Jason Harris from round 1 had some swagger that was just large. And it was a really, really cool event. And those guys, when they're racing each other, they want to knock each other's teeth out. But I'll tell you what, that league, it's just unlike anything else that I have anything to do with in drag racing. And I freaking love it.
Jason Harris has had it coming for a long time.
Long time. He was supposed
in
to
the
win
Pro Boost category. He's been very successful Pro Nitrous racing, won a couple championships. He is an absolute killer in Big Dog. But he's had this kind of success and a car running this good coming for a while. And if he keeps this up, it's going to be hard to beat Jason Harris for the rest of the year. He got
choked up in his winner's circle speech.
Yeah, he's a pussy though.
I love him.
I love you, Jason. I love you, Jason.
It was awesome. The passion.
He's a hometown guy. He lives right down the road.
Ready, like it was just bursting.
His wife definitely wears the pants for sure.
I love you, Jason.
I love him too. But he is very Travis Harvey like. They both run Big Dog, both from the Carolinas, very good at what they do. And if Jason Harris keeps this up, he will win the championship this year. 100%. That dude is killing it right now and can drive. He went to Big Dog Thursday night and like reset the record like 4 days later or some shit. Unbelievable. Really good job.
Pro Stock had some drama. I'm going to go ahead and talk about it.
Did Drinkwater win?
He did. He did win.
What kind of drama? Tell us about the drama.
I kind of wanted to talk about this with Erica, but
we can do it. We can hold off. Let's talk.
I got to remember because this is good, and I tried to get it down, and they wouldn't talk to me about it.
All right, we're going to get to that. We also have the Everett Challenge going on in Pro Mod. We all got a bunch of money to bet. It's some really awesome bets, like Chris Thorne bet that Manny was going to stage first in E1, and Manny bet that Chris Thorne was going to stage first in E1, and they bet $500 a piece. So Q2 in Bristol, as soon as I crush Mike Castellano with Sydney's car, I'm going to be watching that event, that run, because they're paired up in E1. It's going to be awesome.
There's going to be a lot of action to try and keep up with at Bristol.
Sydney Frigo bet Justin Bond that we're going to cover him in ET. There was a whole bunch of bets about who's going to crush who. It's going to be exciting to watch. Some of them had teeth. I've got a bet with $20 bet with Belushi's oldest youngin that he bet me that they're going to cover me by 200s in E1. So there's all kind of stuff going on.
There's some betting sons of bitches. Those
there's some gangsters. What kind of wine are we drinking tonight?
Easy to bet when you bet with your dad's money. Shit.
No.
Tonight I supported my local bootleggers with some good old fashioned Josh.
Tonight I'm supporting the best brewery and beer in the land.
Tonight I'm supporting Crown Royal XO, the drink of champions.
I think Double E's even having a
in honor of the Arctic blizzard from the north. I'm drinking Crown Royal.
So listen,
I'm listening.
If I manage to make it into Top Fuel and drive a dragster, I want to get sponsored by Yingling and name it the Yangalang Dangalang.
Oh yes.
If you do that,
can you put that on the side of the dragster,
dude? If I the Yangalang Dangalang, holy, like
they will bleep it out on TV. Also, I will wear a shirt. I will need a shirt. I'm gonna need a winter shirt.
Oh my god!
If you do that, I'll do what you asked me.
Dangalang shirt.
I'll do what you asked me and the outfit you asked me, backing you up.
If you drive a Top Fuel dragster, I'll wear pink hot pants on the starting line with the Yangalang Dangalang on my ass. I don't give a shit. Whatever it takes, get TV time.
This is getting good.
Everybody, damn.
My God.
Somebody gave me this Crown XR, so I normally wouldn't be buying that because I'm tight. I'll be drinking some.
What's up, girl?
I will. If you bring me bourbon, I will drink it. We finished off the Buffalo Trace that Brad Furman bought us at the.
Do you have any other topics we needed to cover before we bring the goat on?
No.
Marcus Burt just says he spit his water on his sister.
Well, it's better than throwing your laptop on her, for fuck's sake.
For fuck, ain't that the fuck?
All right, so we got Bristol's a race within a race. We want to talk about all the hot rodding coming up. We're going to talk about pro stock. We've got any more topics before we bring on the 5-time pro stock?
Are we gonna close it out with? Are we going to close it out with Erica, or is she going to go off and we're going to continue on?
No, she can hang out with us.
She'll hang. Like listen, Lyle.
We're going to get her some martinis till she passes out.
I just have some other stuff to cover, but she'll just have to bebop along with us.
Erica's smarter than all of us. Well, she's smarter than me. So we're trying to lube her up with some martinis, see if we can get some of the dirt. When we're talking about the drama and Mountain Motor, I want to get the scoop from the champ. So we'll see how.
I got to text her before she comes.
I feel like it's bring your sister to work day. No? Okay, cool. Fuck me. I got
to figure out what I'm going to name her. So you're the other sister. So I got to come up with a name for Erica.
Okay, E, just hang tight.
She's sitting over there. She's in the green room right now. Like, I'm going to strangle my sister. Bring me on now, damn it.
She sent me a picture of her martini with her little background. Did you get it?
No, son of a bitch is quite fast, like a little Pro Charger net. And he keeps buzzing by. Can't get him to slow down enough to catch him. Yeah, don't fall out of my trailer again. That was bad. I'm already being sued for some of that, so don't do that.
Erica's the other sister, the fast sister. She's just
you're gonna be behaved. That's what they say. All right, Lyle, are you done? Are you ready? Are you trying to like line up the deal?
Yes.
What are you doing?
I know she's watching. Get ready.
I'm ready.
All right, folks. If you've been waiting in the wings, here comes 5-time Pro Stock champion and the baddest lady to ever let out a clutch, the king of ding-a-ling. I don't think that's Lyle. Erica.
Oh, Lord.
Hey.
Hi, guys.
What's up, Super E? How you doing?
Good. How are y'all?
Man, I don't know that could be better. I'm hanging out with my buddies bullshitting about cars.
Lyle, pay attention.
There's no telling what Lyle's doing.
This way. All right, y'all got to explain that.
Yeah, I don't know what the hell y'all are talking about. I'm not on the joke.
Go ahead, Erica.
Lyle, being the ever-loving gentleman he is, made fun of my cross eyes, so I make fun of his non-existent eyebrows.
Yep, so Erica's eyes are crossed. I don't have any eyebrows.
There you go. Y'all can have your own little signal, like a bat signal.
If we would have had our shit together in Chicago in Mountain Motor, what we were going to do was Erica was going to line up Lyle, do this, and Lyle was going to line up Erica and be like, hey, keep him straight. That didn't quite work out.
It did not.
That may have been constructed at the bar the night before.
Maybe.
I don't believe anything y'all say about hanging out at the bar. All right, Double E, where are you with us from today? Where in the world are you?
I'm in Sulphur, America, at my house with very marginal internet.
I remember last time that Cabernet was over there, we were struggling with the kilobytes smoking through, but it's going pretty good right now. If we lose you, just log back on and we'll bullshit about some stuff until you come back. Marcus Burt's already talking about that rock you got on your finger. Let's see that thing. Look at that's what I'm talking about. I need to see if I can find my damn ring and start wearing it around.
Oh, cheers, Erica.
Cheers. Here we go.
Dirty.
Little shake, extra dirty shake and bake show.
Hey, are those olives on a stick in water, or is that real?
No, this is for real. Look, I even did this to prove it to you. Got the tittos.
Got that little bastard right there.
I'm so glad you got to come on. Y'all literally.
We've been trying to get Eric to come on for a while. I'm glad she finally came on. We got a lot to talk about. Y'all start off and lead us. So before we get into that, Erica, what's going on in your life? What have you been up to? You had a weekend off. What happened? What'd you do? And what are you looking forward to most about the upcoming weekend?
Weekend off, Courtney and I hopped on a plane and we went to St. Louis for the NASCAR race. We watched the truck race on Saturday and part of the NASCAR race on Sunday. So we were working and having a great time. And I flew back Sunday night, drove 5 hours to Tulsa for an 8 a.m. test on Monday. We tested all day yesterday in 100-degree heat. Came home, unloaded my crap, pulled the motor out, took it to the engine shop, disassembled it. The guys have it back together. It's going on the pump first thing in the morning, loading it in the trailer, and the guys are heading to Bristol. So it's always busy. It's always balls to the wall, but we feel like we're onto something. I don't want to say that because I've been saying that the last freaking 6 weeks in a row, but hopefully Bristol's the turnaround because sucking sucked.
So a couple of pro stock questions for some of the non-pro stocking folks. So when you take that thing out, you rip it apart, you put it on the dyno, you rip on it. When you say you think you're finding something's turned around, what are we talking about in a scale of power to where you're optimistic? Are we talking about 5, 10, 15? Like, what are you looking at from the numbers on the dyno to make you optimistic?
So 5 would be pretty substantial. It's not a lot, but it is a lot.
It's a lot in percentage.
It is, but we didn't change a whole bunch in the off season, and that's why we have been so flabbergasted with our lackluster performance this season. So we can't even correct what we were correcting last year, which has been extremely disappointing for us. But we worked really hard at it, and we feel like we stumbled onto something in Chicago a couple weeks ago. I was low for E1 and lost on a holy shot. So that kind of sucked, but it gave us a little bit of hope. So we went and tested in Tulsa yesterday to kind of reiterate what we thought we found. We think we found it. And then what's going on the pump in the morning is a a new project. So if it dynos well, we'll run it in Bristol. If it doesn't, but it's something that we've been working on for like 6 months. So the parts finally came in, and we're going to be able to test it and see what happens. And then kind of to circle back to your question, we're hopeful that it's worth more horsepower than I stated, but we're not down any, but we're not up any.
So before we get on, I want to talk about corrected runs and numbers that people can't attain, because I can attest to that. Tell me what you guys thought about the NASCAR race.
So,
Tell me what was good. When I go to different types of racing venues, I always have my eyes open to see where they're marketing better than we do it. And I like to take away the good stuff and leave the shitty stuff. But what did you see that you thought was good and bad?
So that's part of what Courtney and I did on Sunday. The Cup race didn't start till 2:30, and we had infield passes and VIP this and that, and sat on pit boxes. But we ventured out, went through the tunnel, and went to the fan side of the grandstands, and we wanted to see what their midway was like, what their merchandise trailers were like. We took pictures. There was so much more fan interaction type stuff there than there is at NHRA. Now, being around for as long as I've been around, like I remember going to the national events to go shop on the Midway for the race, our sportsman cars. Like that was like a whole event. Like you would go buy, all your new Simpson gear and, whatever else. And now our Midway has shrunk quite a bit, and it's hard to compare NHRA to NASCAR, but Courtney and I were absolutely blown away. And the way that it was run, and it was so organized, and it was classy, and it just, Courtney, you can.
Yeah, there was like multiple stages of bands. Dierks Bentley was there, Old Dominion, Bailey Zimmerman. Through the Midway, there was like just off the wall bands. There was Transformer guys walking through, a bunch of photo ops. You got to let me know when you catch them so I can put them on the counter. Okay. There was just a ton of stuff going on. And we were literally like, as we were walking through, we just kept going like, this is what we're missing. And I know it costs money. I know that it costs resources, and that's something that we struggle with, but like you got to do it. If you build it, they will come. And it was something to where you could go spend, we did it in 30-40 minutes, but we probably only went a half a way up there. And it was just jam-packed, crowded. And she won't say this, but I thought that it was cool. Like every 10 steps or so, somebody was like, Erica Enders, or would just like oddly point at her and drunkenly stumble or want a picture. And it was kind of cool to see the crossover that we think we're these little fish in a big pond when we go there, but we didn't feel like that. Like I even got a couple of shake and bakers. Erica heard it. She's like, that was cool. Just random fans yelling shake and bake at us. I don't know if they were just Ricky Bobby in it or if they knew the show, but a couple of drive that bitch backs. But the amount of things that they had to do and look at for people to just be there and spend money, out of control. It was really cool.
Do you think that the shrinking in our Midway, because it's one thing we're talking about the other day, I got that. All right. Do you think that is being fostered by an environmental cause that NHRA is doing, or do you think it's just lack of manufacturer support? And if you don't want to say it, I'll say what I think.
I'm going to just say what I think because I don't care if I get in trouble. But So things have changed a lot since 2020, but we've had a big issue before that. And I don't think it's lack of manufacturer support. And you can go back to when we had the first Door Slammer Nationals in Orlando. There was like an unbelievable amount of support from our manufacturers, and they did it because it was going back to the racer. It wasn't going to pad the pockets of the upper brass. So I get running a business. We do it Monday through Friday, and then we go racing. But at the same time, you gotta remember like what our sport is all about. And every ticket's a pit pass, and the fans are coming through, and everybody has access to it. And there are a number of stories that I can tell you, but we went from having like multiple page list of contingency sponsors to check off after you win a national event to having a single page. And Courtney does this for all of our teams of just a handful of guys that are still involved, and they're only involved because they absolutely love it. And the others that aren't involved aren't because they were so mistreated and taken advantage of. So I think that there can be, with the new structure of NHRA's management team, I think that they can maybe gather some of those guys back if they put forth the effort and maybe tone down the cost of involvement. But at the same time, like going to this NASCAR race was a huge eye-opening experience. I've been to a handful of them before, but I never like took my pro stock driver glasses off to kind of look at it from a fan perspective. And that's what Courtney and I did this weekend. And they absolutely do it right.
Like, Lyle, what would it take for you to take MacFab there, you know?
You would have
NASCAR race?
No.
Like, NHRA Midway.
You would need a loan.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, like we're small enough we just couldn't afford it, you know. I mean,
But you would love to be on the Midway if it was.
No, 100%, because we actually. A lot of other companies. I have 2 or 3 sets of beadlocks in factory stock. I've got several sets in the sportsman pits, and that's growing day to day, right? You know, our social media presence is growing and everything is going well for us. But, you know, what it costs to do that, I would never, you know, it's just not worth it for us. Now, we're sponsoring, Stevie probably knows, but the Civil Wars race at Rockingham Dragway is coming back for the first time in many years this coming weekend. And we're a small part of that. We're a big part, but when I say we're a part of it, for like $1,000, right? Like $1,000, it would cost us 3 times that just to get to whatever national event we decided to sponsor for the NHRA. Right now, Rocketham's in our backyard, and that helps. But yeah, I mean, there's no way I could afford to put MacFab on the Midway there. You know, and obviously if you're going to do it, then there's investment on the back end as far as, you know, a trailer set up and so that you have a decent presence there and whatnot. But I kind of know just with some of the sponsors that have sponsored Pro Mod and what it costs to do it, you know, and get on the Midway and stuff.
So like in the sportsman deal, I don't know if they currently do it because I'm not up and up on it, but Lucas Oil did a program and they had these really cool like easels throughout the pits and at their, you know, primary sponsored sportsman teams trailers where there is a buy-in. So you support the people that support you in order to get paid when you park it in the winner's circle. So I think that's kind of a good way to get in. And I know that there have been other companies that wanted to team up and have one giant trailer on the Midway and have it branded Strange, PRS, and whatever else. And they wanted to charge each company the full price instead of like a sharing price. So it's very different and they need to definitely work on that. But the manufacturers and the people that love our sport want to support it.
100%. And I've been, you know, Pro Mod Contingency used to pay more than what the purse did by a lot. I mean, by a lot. Yeah. And I think the last race I won, I filed 6 contingency postings. And when I call those companies and try to get them, what they tell me is there's no way we can do that and deal with NHRA. They run our name through the mud. They don't turn in the form. There's a lot of and part of it's because they're short staffed, but there are companies that sponsor me that spend their money in other avenues. I wish we could try to make it up on volume, be a little more friendly to some of the manufacturers, because what you get back is the fan experience. And I always agree that anything that makes fans have a better time at the racetrack ends up paying dividends. It makes it easier for us to get money as competitors, and it makes them buy their product that they're selling. And I'm telling you, I'm under siege over here. Like, it's like Jurassic Park in here. Like, there's 9,000. I'm going to get them, every single one of them. If I don't get them when I leave here, I'm going to go to the Orkin Man and I'm going to bomb my house. So
it's reaction time training. You're getting better.
I'm getting pretty good. I'm 002 on that last one.
You've got 6.
Hey, Matt, I noticed the Lyle Yingling counter is off by 1. I don't think C's got a wino counter. I don't even think we have a martini counter.
Erica,
but yeah,
answer that question we need down here.
There you go. I've left it up there the whole time.
I see it.
Yeah, she's dodging. All right, we'll have to wait till a little later, maybe in the martini.
No, I'm going to assume that that's like a derogatory term, but it's not something that I use in my vocabulary.
So let me phrase that in the pro stock world. Who's your favorite racer to beat up on?
No, that's just Erica lingo.
I would normally say Greg Anderson because we've had such a huge competitive relationship, but Courtney will vouch for me here. Greg has gotten so much cooler and more funny and don't give a crap. And I've always had, yeah, me too. I've always had a ton of respect for him, but the last few years, our relationship has changed substantially. And last year, when the season started, they're like talking about me and Greg like we're 87 freaking years old, and they're like, yeah, you're gonna have these kids, and they're gonna beat your ass, and blah blah blah. Well, guess who was 1 and 2, bitches? Me and Greg. So
there you go.
At the end of the year at the banquet, him and I, joked about it. We had shots together and talked about it, but he is absolutely the baddest this business has ever seen. But now I'll use that word and say I would love to crawl up somebody else's ass this year.
Well, okay. Any hint on who that could be?
Courtney's face.
I was waiting.
Anybody you like to reveal who you want to kick in the hoo-ha or the nuts and just that thing on out there? I mean, it's a shaking bag. You can say it, right? But
sometimes
our sport was
welcome people to the class.
Our sport was built on hatred, ego, and crushing folks.
I agree, Stevie.
I think that was a hoo-ha.
Kumbayaing going on.
That's
Did you get it?
I got that son bitch be landing.
Okay, you're at 7.
How many is that, Courtney? What are we up to?
We're the Jurassic Park meters
on the PPD counter, and we're at 7 on the fly counter.
We said teabag a couple of times. I think that can count.
Wiener. There, that's
yeah, get it away with the flyometer.
I was told about the wiener counter. Does the what was your dragster going to be called? Does that count towards the wiener counter?
The yangalang dangalang.
Dangalang.
So before Erica came on the show, if y'all don't know me and Erica's dynamic, like, bless her heart, she is the baddest bitch on the racetrack. But like, I'm kind of how a queen has somebody behind her tasting the food and like telling them people's names, so whispering things in their ear of sorts. That is I. So I'm like, here's the things that are cool. Like on the inside of the shake and bake, we do a tea bag counter. She's like, oh, what? So I tried to get her on the up and up of the show so she could just come right in,
At some point, we're going to have to hire somebody full time just to keep up with all there's the tea bag right there on the left side.
Poor Matt. Matt's like, I hate my life.
Matt's like, Matt's sitting there right now. He's like, you stupid drunk son of a bitches.
Gosh damn it, Stevie.
I'm telling you, man, this is like fucking Jurassic Park.
I need one of those lights y'all got. Y'all look so pretty.
Hey, look, I got this thing. That's probably what's attracting them. Is this thing right here?
Yeah.
I mean, I would say your fucking non-zapping bug zapper you've got up there is probably.
Oh, I got a bug zapper that'll get them. The problem is I'll need a sheetrock, man.
Me and Courtney are going to send you a bug zapper. We'll sponsor you.
I don't know what they're in here after.
Needs one of those tennis racket things with the.
All I know is I left to eat lobster and load bitches on the trailer. I came back and I've been infested. So we'll get to the bottom of it.
Maybe it's your shirt.
No, I'm wearing this in honor of my glorious time to the north.
There's the advisory.
Yes, sorry. We're supposed to tell you this earlier. Don't let your kids watch Shake and Bake Show. If you see Stevie Jackson drinking bourbon in a Hawaiian shirt, it's not going to be good.
Nope.
Courtney's on her.
We're in the first 40 minutes. We're getting there. Erica, my favorite Erica is 2 Martini Erica, and we're almost there.
All right, we're almost there. That's what I need, some chopsticks.
I would like to, and y'all can tell me if I'm jumping the gun here, I would like to talk about some PDRA Pro Stock drama because I've been sitting on it.
All right. You've been mulling this over, so tell us about the PDRA Mountain Motor Pro Stock drama.
I tried to get this out on Flo Racing, and they wouldn't talk to me, but here we go. So I love all these guys. Disclaimer. But when you have drama, I'm going to talk about it. So Daryl Stewart and Chris Powers teamed up. Chris Powers, championship contender. He's won the championship before. He's a friend foe of ours. We like to race him. He's good for the class. Something happened in the pits. Chris was qualified number 14, I believe. Daryl was qualified number 3. You're distracting me heavily. I can't even do this.
Well, I mean, I'm trying to make sure that my crown and ginger ale hasn't been fested. All right, go ahead. I'm good.
God, I was trying to stay on track, and you bust out your freaking flashlight.
I thought you were right off the track.
Yeah,
you can't have it both ways. All right, go ahead. So we got some drama. Somebody wants to slap a shit at somebody. Let's go ahead.
Yes. So Powers is the house car. He's giving Daryl the motors. Powers qualifies 14. Daryl Stewart qualifies number 3. Powers is mad up at the top end. Try to get him to talk about it. He's very professional with me. Yada yada yada. I get a phone call from some of my moles in the pits on the next day, and they say shit's going down. Powers has told Stewart his shit's coming out of his car. Stewart is a no-show for the race that day. Chris Powers gets a competition bye, won't talk about it. And the rumor on the street is, and people on here can confirm, this is rumor on the street. This is not confirmation. Where did he fucking go?
Bigger stick to swat the flies with.
Okay. Anyway, so rumor on the street is Chris was unhappy that his customer's engine was performing better than his. Again, Chris, please come on here and tell us if we're wrong. And some conversations were had, and they didn't agree on the conversation. So Powers told Stewart to take his engines out of his car, and Stewart told Powers to take his car out of his trailer. And supposedly Powers had to figure out a way to get his shit home, and Stewart packed up and left, and we had a competition bye, and no one seems to have the answers of what happened there. So mega pro stock drama on the house car front, and we got no answers. So y'all in the comments, if you've got it, let's let her rip, Potato Chip.
So you're thinking someone?
Well, Erica, according to the Peanut Gallery, you always.
Yeah. Do you know the scoop?
Me?
Yeah.
No. But
I don't know.
according to the Peanut Gallery, Erica always gets the best motor, and everybody else gets shit on. So,
right,
Erica, you've been on the receiving end
okay.
of all the good motors.
That does not happen. So you want to know how things work? Hey, we got something new. We're going to try it. Oh, it worked. Cool. Take it out of her car, put it in that car. Hey, we got something new. Let's try it. Oh, it sucks. Nobody wants it. Weird.
You got to run it because it's what's in your car.
It's okay, though, because I love it, because I've been on the wrong end of that deal for other teams that I've driven, and the way that we operate at Elite Motorsports is we give our customers the best stuff. And
you can say shit.
But we do, and it's the truth. And I like to outperform with less. That's what makes me excited. So I don't know.
One thing about that is I've always given my customers my best motors, like the best blower, the best motor, because when you are down a little bit and you learn how to run with it, when you get a little power, it's a freaking home run.
It's the best.
And that's, yeah, because like if you can do it down, like in your world, if you can do it down 5, 8, 10 horsepower when you get it, in our world, if we're down 40 or 50 or 60, when you get that 60 and you figured out how to do it without it, that's when you long dong it.
I was going to count it.
We're going to check that one off.
Check that one off.
Wow, you really want to drive a dragster?
Yes.
Okay.
I do.
Why?
Because I want to go 300.
Oh, okay. So you want to go fast, Ricky Bobby. You don't want to necessarily drive dragster. You want to go fast.
If you'll watch drive that white and black 69 Camaro in Bristol and run it about 1,380 feet, it's going to be going 300. I'm going balls deep.
Bet. I mean, that's not a great place to run 1,400 feet, but I mean,
plenty of shutdown in Bristol. You ain't got no power. You'd be fine. It's like
uphill, bro.
Right, you're going uphill. Dirt's far away.
Ask Mark Caruso about Bristol.
I was gonna say I watched Mark Caruso take one in there about 180. It didn't work out too well.
Like the trees, that was terrible.
Good. Yeah, that was. I was down there, and that was not a good deal there.
It was not.
Erica, speaking of the Pro Mod and Pro Stock, you've driven both at the same racetrack. I've heard from different drivers. Aaron Stanfield does it in factory stock and Pro Stock. You did it in Pro Stock and Pro Mod. Alex Laughlin's done it in different classes. But talk a little bit about how you shift focus back and forth. I would, in my opinion, at least, if I've never done both, I've driven two different cars at radial events and stuff like that. But when you're talking about a national event, you're competing for a championship, technically in both. But, let's be honest, your main focus is always Pro Stock. When you drove both, did you have a hard time? Did you feel less focused in both, or did you feel more focused on one which took from the other? Was it hard to manage both, drive both, go back and forth, and do all the things to be competitive?
Lyle, it's our show. It's our show. Oh my God.
I don't think it takes focus away from one or the other. I will say that with Pro Mod and Pro Stock, and then 500-inch and Mountain Motor, they run pretty closely together in the run order. So much so in Chicago when I was driving real Pro Stock and Mountain Motor Pro Stock, Courtney had to help coordinate the schedule so I could get up there. But as a driver, and I'm sure you can attest to this, I don't think it takes away from one or the other, because it's all about your neuro program and how you focus and what you visualize and you just kind of know what car that you're getting into. And I would say real pro stock and mountain motor were a little bit harder than pro stock and pro mod, because both pro stock cars are a 5-speed Liberty. Well, in real pro stock, you shift, the 1-2 comes at like 0.7 of a second into the run. Well, in mountain motor, it's like 1.5 seconds into a run. So your rhythm is completely off. In real pro stock, your clutch travel is less than 1/2 inch. In mountain motor pro stock, it's like driving a Mack truck. So it's very, very different, and your timing is all off. But as long as you're visualizing and you're focusing on what car you're in, I think it's okay. My crew chiefs and sometimes even Richard is like, you don't need to be, messing with these other cars. We need to focus on pro stock, which I get, because that's our bread and butter. And I'm not going to argue that, because I'm just happy to drive. But at the same time, like, I want to drive everything I can.
But like, I can attest to this, having a front row view. Erica, we got to get you some speakers eventually. I can attest to this. When Erica's a very smart human. Erica is a book smart human. I am the street smart sister of the duo. But whatever's in front of Erica is like what she's tunnel visioned on. And I would say this if you're not on this show. And it's cool to kind of watch, because the interim in between the pits, when we're taking Han's devices and fire suits back to back, it gets a little hectic. But once you're in there, it's just like, it's different. And I think you have the ability, something that's made you so good through the years is you have the ability to just tunnel vision. And I joke with you and say, because you just can only concentrate on one thing at a time. But like, it's a good thing in your position, because once you're there, you're just there. And I don't think you even think about anything else. And I see that, like, it's a different eyeball that I get to see once your helmet goes on and you're just freaking there. So I think she's special, Lyle.
Well,
he knows.
But so when Alex was running pro mod with us and we would go test, he obviously wouldn't fly from Texas. So we would take both cars, go to Darlington or Virginia or wherever, and I would just drive both. And most of the time I would run one, just leave my shit on, like get out, get on a golf cart. They would drive me back to the starting line. I would get in a different car. Now setup was the same, both at the time, both Pro Charge Timmys with Turbo 400s and 3-speeds. We were hand shifting them at the time, but not a big deal. But the feel was different. And I'll be honest, it took me in the first test session that we did that, and Justin Elks and Anthony Lum tuning both cars, took me a run or two just to get comfortable, like, okay, I'm in this one now. Switch panel a little different, but once you get it fired up, everything's the same. But the feel was all different. Like I had the way that I positioned my arm, because when we were hand shifting them, you had to make sure you did that, or you over rev one of those things and put it on the stutter box, and you can throw the rods out of that son of a bitch.
Yes.
But it took me a couple runs. But then every test session after that, we would just take both cars. I would drive both cars, and it became easier. But I've never, I figured when I thought about asking you that question, I figured going from pro mod to pro stock, it would totally screw you up. It may have taken you a while, but if it's different, I never thought about real pro stock to the mountain motor deal and that being different and rhythm being different. I've watched videos of you and Jed Coughlin, and like it's just so in machine like it's just so awesome to listen to and watch the shift light come on and how quick you guys react to that. So I could see that being different.
Stevie, don't worry, we had it handled.
Yeah, Stevie, where the fuck
I
did
had no doubt. Dude, we're having a class 5 tsunami. It sounds like Moses about to float by on the ark. And it keeps knocking the power out. It looks like the Twilight Zone in here. I'm being taken over by Jurassic Park gnats. So if I lose y'all just going to have to roll with it till I get the damn thing going again. We got problems. We're having technical problems here. Matt doesn't have me like a backup propane internet server or anything. And I'm struggling over here.
No,
so Eric, I've seen a bunch of.
We were like, it's our show.
Yeah.
I know. It's like the kids are like.
I've seen a bunch of comments when World Series of Pro Mod comes up, and when I was driving your old car, and hey, will Erica ever drive again? Should the opportunity arise, will Erica Enders drive a Pro Mod again?
Is that your question?
That is.
Yes, absolutely. And I wanted to. After what happened, but Richard had always said because after our fire in Norwalk, he had to call my dad, and he said he didn't ever want to do that again until we got our program sorted out. he wasn't going to call my dad and tell him he killed me. So that was on him. Yeah, but really, like, I mean, you guys know as drivers, you get in the car knowing what could happen, but that's not what you focus on, right? And you do it willingly because you love it, and it doesn't really matter. So yeah, absolutely, I would drive again, but we were having a pretty substantial problem with rod bolts and spitting pistons and rods and other things out of the side of the block or the intake manifold or wherever they chose to exit. So once we get our program, or we have now, but he said once we get our program where we need it to be, then you can drive again. And so he's wanting to go the Screwball route and ProCharger, but no more turbines.
But does Mountain Motor like take precedence over that now that you've got that? Like, because you can only run 2. So where do you think you'd land?
If I had to choose between Mountain Motor and Pro Mod, I would choose Pro Mod over Mountain Motor.
Interesting.
I do like driving a clutch car and shifting, but so I was told all of these things for so many years about how hard, and I'm not being ugly and I'm not talking crap, but how hard it is to drive a Mountain Motor car, and it's a man's car, and when you put it in high gear and how hard it pulls and all this, well, it's cool. Don't get me wrong. And I love shifting and I love leaving with a clutch, but I went 623 at 225 in Mountain Motor at Chicago, and it was fun. That's the first time I got to take it to the stripe because we've done a bunch of 8-mile racing with it. But for being 826 cubic inches, it's not super impressive, but I did enjoy it, and I'm going to continue to drive it as long as I'm allowed to until Richard sells the seat. But it's fun. So, but yeah, Pro Mod, absolutely. Even though I'm the safety princess there.
Before World Series of Pro Mod, and I'm going to expose you here a little bit, but sorry, Stevie, I keep taking over.
I like it. I always run my mouth the whole time. This is great. I'm getting attacked by Jurassic Park and listening to y'all talk about Pro Mod. Pro Stop.
Before World Series of Pro Mod, you have all these people in your ear, and we have friends over there that run it and all that. You were nervous isn't the right word, but you didn't want to necessarily have your first run be in front of the world at World Series of Pro Mod. And you were kind of a little bit worked up going into that. And you can kind of touch on that in a minute. But once you made that first run, I wasn't there for your first run. I had to go home and do my big girl job. But once I came back, I remember you called me and you were like, that wasn't that bad. Everybody kind of, I don't know if they wanted to keep you out. I don't know if they were trying to over prepare you. I don't know if they underestimated you, but you were told by people in your circle and people that do it, it's physically going to be difficult for you to do this. Your left foot's going to hurt, actually shifting it into, and you were actually concerned about physically doing it in front of people, right? Talk about that a little bit.
Correct. So the part that made me a little apprehensive was that they were telling me that I physically couldn't do it. Now, when I first started driving 500 inch back in 2004, they told me there's a reason why women don't do this. And so I was apprehensive then as well, but also not in a Bruce Jenner kind of way, but I'm part dude. I love this crap. I'm very strong. I'm a big girl. I can handle it.
And that's 2 martini air.
Woohoo! All right,
welcome to the Shake and Bake Show.
Let's go.
No, but for real, they were telling me I wasn't going to be able to physically hold the clutch pedal in when I decked the throttle. Well, no females ever drove Mountain Motor before, and 632 don't count. So I got in there thinking, well, maybe I'm not strong enough, and I was absolutely strong enough. But I also drive my 500-inch car way different than the other guys that drive it because they try to light foot it so they can have a good reaction time, and that's where you see a lot of people cheat the pedal. I always try to shove it through the firewall because I don't want it to kick back. And I've had that happen, knock on wood, in 20 years of driving one time. And it happened in Houston during qualifying. But so I go into it with the same mindset as 500 inches. I'm trying to murder the pedal, shove it through the firewall, and it's not going to make me eat my kneecaps. So once I got over the part of not knowing if I could physically do it, then it's game. Because as long as I can physically do it, you're in trouble. Or that's what I like to think. So,
except for this year.
Also.
And that, folks, is Eric Enders.
Amen. This is what she was texting me about before she got on. Like, can we talk shit tonight? Yes, let's do it.
He said about who?
Because Erica is the
I did. I got all
flagship.
antsy in my seat.
Did you?
Yeah, that's why I was texting. I was like, "Oh, who are we talking shit about? Like, who you want to talk shit
Well,
about?"
I said let's make it like. I got thunder here too.
Erica, I think that was Stevie's.
No, it's mine. I can hear it. I live in Oklahoma. It's Tornado Alley.
Oh, perfect.
What is he doing?
You never know, Erica. This is the beauty.
He doesn't know how to screenshot it, just pulling up the deal and. So,
No, but I meant like in Chicago, Lyle, because we had a great time in Chicago.
Yes, we did.
What, Stevie? What the fuck?
So I don't even know if y'all can hear me. My internet keeps shutting off because I'm in the middle of the siege of I'm in a hurricane, and y'all's fakes keep freezing, and it is awesome. Like right now.
It's only you, bro. Your face is frozen. We're fine.
Nobody else is frozen.
He's acting like he's gonna
on my
burn
side
us.
when y'all see all those photos I got of you, you're gonna be like, please don't post that.
Yeah, but this is just like when Erica pulls her phone out to take a video or a picture at an NA. Like everybody, we all know Erica's got her phone up. She's gonna take this picture. It will never see the light of day ever again, ever.
Y'all,
the picture I just took of Courtney's face will be on my Instagram in about 10 minutes. So,
what did I do to you, man?
You're well, we'll see. We're just gonna see it. Just know that I have some leverage. But if y'all keep losing me, it really, really is storming bad here. Like shit's flying around. I think a cow just went by. It's pretty rough. So I'm tethered to my phone. I
want to touch on what Lyle just said there for a minute because y'all, those of you who are on here that know Erica and those who don't, if you ever see Erica taking a photo of something, please take a photo of her taking a photo and send it to me because we have an entire album that for her birthday we do this. Oh, do you have something in your eye,
I did.
sister? Oh, okay.
Which one? The good one or the bad one?
Listen, Linda, hold on. Let me see if I can know how to do this.
The straight one or the crooked one?
She was taking a picture.
I have.
Oh, I'm rough on her.
51,910 pictures on my phone.
And how many have you done something with?
909 of them have never seen the light of day because
Never.
you did send me your starting line video when I won Dallas, and that's the only picture I've ever gotten from Erica or video, whatever. Only bit of media.
Aren't you glad you have it? And you're welcome.
Thank you.
You never know. You never know when you might need something.
That's very true.
But seriously, it is a fun. There you go, Lyle. It is a nice little thing we have of EE taking pictures of things she'll do nothing with. So,
listen, I don't have a life. I don't have friends. I have drag racing. My sister. Okay, you're my friend.
And we don't even know what Stevie's doing because his face is blurred out like he's on the goddamn Love Is Blind show.
He's frozen. Let's take a picture of that.
No shit.
He's gone.
There you go.
You better get it quick because it's about to be a 3-man show. One man, 2 women.
I have some questions for Double E if we've still got some Double E time.
Well, you can ask him because Stevie is gone.
Erica, some things that we always, every time I'm somewhere, people just ask you questions because I think they think I'm you or something. So something that we get a lot whenever we talk about you on here is like this new balance at Elite Motorsports and this 9-car team. And people think that your performance is correlated by that. So just kind of explain a little bit the new balance, the quadras, the team down south that we have, and kind of your new role is like managerial.
Yeah, I mean, I was on here at Elite Motorsports when we were running a partial season with 8 employees, and now we have 56 people on the road full time with 7 rigs and 65. Maybe I'm just like yeah, it gets me.
Now you got the numbers crossed up looking at it with your bad eye.
I did, but that's what makes me good. So whatever. You're such a butt.
Oh, she said butt because she's the good sister.
Yeah, like you're on the shake and make. You are such a butt.
Dick. You
were just a little butt. You little stinker. Such a
Well, call him a dick, Erica. It's fine.
Or an asshole. Go ahead.
Anyway, so yeah, but I've been on since the beginning, and I don't think that it's got anything to do with how many cars that we have, because we know we have power. We know we drive the baddest hot rods on the planet, built by Rick Jones. I have the absolute baddest crew chief in the world, Mark Ingersoll, Tim Freeman. Just the core part of our program has not changed. Now, if you go back and look at any other champion of the world, when you have a great season, sometimes things happen. And like, do we enjoy sucking? Absolutely not. But like, what bothers me most is how fair weathered these people are. Like, give us just a second to get our things back together and we'll be just fine. And with the countdown to the championship and the way that it's structured, and now we have this deal where if you race all of the events that you get your participation trophy and you get to get in the countdown, like maybe this is the year that we're a participation trophy kind of people. But when it counts and our backs are against the wall, we perform better than anybody out there. We've done it over the past decade and we'll continue to do it. And if we don't this year, guess what? It don't change where I live. It don't change my family. It doesn't change how much money I make. It doesn't change what I drive. It doesn't change my health. I'm going to be okay. And I'm going to do it.
Doesn't change your supporters either. I think that's something people don't understand is your supporters.
Still takes one whole hand to hold all those rings.
Show
It
does.
does.
She can.
It does.
All of them.
And I'd like to knock the people that talk crap about it in the face.
There we go.
No, but seriously, like it's the 9 cars has nothing to do with it. I have my same core group of people. Their work ethic has not disappeared. Like I just got done telling some jabberjaw on the internet about how we are so different from Bob Glidden and Lee Shepard because we don't work on our cars and we don't build our motors and we don't dyno and we don't drive the truck. Well, yesterday, after I got home at 1 a.m. and started testing at 8 a.m. in 100 degrees, we drove home 3 hours. We got to the shop. We unloaded my car. We took the motor out. We got it to the engine shop. We took the valve train off of it, got it ready to have the heads pulled when the engine guys got in this morning. Like, I didn't go home till 10 o'clock last night. I wasn't sitting on my couch eating bonbons and drinking dirty martinis, but it's not for lack of effort. It's not for lack of spending. We didn't forget what we're doing. I didn't forget how to drive. So I think that we're going to be okay. I'm not
but it's different today than it used to be, right? Like your role as a driver to represent the sponsors and to do all the things that involves being a professional race car driver are different than they used to be. You know, when Lee Shepard and those guys were doing it, like, yeah, they worked on their shit at home. Like it's just different than it was today. So that's, again, like I said earlier, that's comparing apples to oranges. And it's just not the same anymore. Yeah, you know, a lot of the times, and you probably do more. I spend a lot of time in you guys' pit area and have over the past 3 years, but, you know, you do a lot more than most drivers that I see, you know. And now I don't spend a lot of time in the pro stock pits with the exception of you guys. So I don't see what they do. But you go waltz through the back and shoots. And nothing against those guys. But, like, you know, there's a lot more that goes on in the pit area between rounds. And it takes a bunch of them to do it, but I see you do more than most, you know. And so if that is your opinion, then maybe you should come and spend a little time between rounds and watch and understand. But there's a lot of that just people will never understand unless they're in our shoes or in your shoes, and what it takes to be a representative of your team and of all of your sponsors and where you've got to go. You know, like you don't go to I'm sure you do go to the shop most days, but sometimes you have appearances in different states, and like you got to, you know, you spend 2 or 3 days here and then 2 or 3 days there, and then you're at a track and you've got to go sign autographs here and do this and that. So it's just not the same as it used to be.
It's definitely not the same, and it's never going to be. And in 10, 20 years from now, it's not going to be the same as it is now. So it doesn't take away from what we're doing, and I think that's what people fail to realize. But that's okay.
Stevie, you doing all right, buddy?
I'm having what do you call it when you have the heart attack, the anaphylactic shock or something, or the palpitation? It's storming pretty bad here. Like I just went out there and like my trash can that was at the road is in my pond. Like it's ripping. So, like, if y'all lose me, it's because I've been wiped off the face of the earth.
Dude, live on Shake and Bake Show. How sick.
It is.
Stevie gets just ejecto-cetoed from the seat right on the Shake and Bake Show.
I think
Score. We're going to be millionaires.
I think Phil Schuler's campers in my pond. Like, it's pretty rough.
It's
That's
beautiful here. I mean, I know.
Shake and Bake on the move, straight to Stevie's pond.
Did y'all see my picture? Oh, go ahead.
In about 10 minutes, like if you got anything else, I had you want to put it up because it's awesome.
Yeah, we're seeing the same thing. Luckily, I got battery backup here.
Hi, Matt.
That's not my fault.
Matt.
Hey, Matt.
Hey, buddy.
Erica, say hi to Matt.
Hi, Matt.
Hey, Erica.
This is
Matt, like me, when I don't fix my hair, you just put like your no camera background.
Yeah, that's what
Matt's like that. Matt's like I can't never remember the episode of the guy that never shows his face. That's Matt.
He's the Wizard of Oz. And there he goes.
What is a super ventricle? Kentucky.
Look at that.
Go ahead, spell that out.
What the hell is that? Is that like when Lyle gets too many fajitas? He's got tachycardia.
Oh, Erica.
Okay, so what I missed while I was
your
gone.
Thoughts on fajitas?
Wait. That was my question. All right.
Sorry.
Go ahead. You stole it. I was setting it up.
No,
go ahead.
She didn't hear me. Go ahead.
Forget
go.
him. No.
What do y'all fucking go?
While you're still here, Dorothy, you talk to her. Go ahead.
I'm in the scene of Twister.
What do you think about fajitas?
Erica, before you answer.
No.
I get
Don't influence the guest. Let the guest say their true being.
Listen, somehow.
But this is a pivotal moment in our friendship, and I was just wanting to warn her that
this is a fucking shit show.
This is fucking.
I got that piece of shit.
Okay, you're at
all right. Don't let Lyle's opinion of you affect who you really are. If you if you don't sneak away in the middle of the night and order fajitas. If you're going to order fajitas, you do it right here and be proud. Tell us where you're at. Do it in the light of day.
So somehow an I Love Fajitas hat ended up on my desk. It's on my desk right now at work. But Lyle, I love you. From day one, you have been in my corner and you are my homie.
Oh boy. He's going to have a truffle-lectic, acolectic, whatever Selena said.
But listen, what's the difference in a fajita and like...
Look at him.
I don't want to alienate Lyle. I like queso. Nope, I like queso.
Nope,
look at her. She turned her fucking head.
Listen,
now
this
you've
is a
done
Shake
it,
and Bake
Lyle.
show, and we don't support. Look, Mama didn't raise no bitch, and there ain't no pussies in the Hall of Fame. So say what you got to say.
Say what you say.
I like fajitas.
And that's fucking pathetic. You know why you're having a shitty year? You know why you're sucking this year? It's because you like fucking fajitas. You spent too much time around Chase Freeman, and now he's a crew chief, old big dog over there, got his shit together, right? But he still likes fajitas, sucks ass.
Chase.
Oh, is he there?
Yes. He just went and picked us up dinner.
It was a fajitas?
I hope it's fucking fajitas.
Lyle has a question for you.
Chase, did you pick up fajitas for dinner? That's not an answer. Yes or no?
Fajitas?
Chicken and shrimp.
Fajitas?
They're my favorite.
I hope you shit your pants tonight.
Thank you. I would do that whether I had fajitas or not.
Well, that's fair.
He looks like he shit his
great,
pants. He's down 100 pounds.
Yeah, you look really good.
Thank you.
What are y'all doing at Elite to lose all the damn weight? All of y'all are like on the crack diet or something?
I'll tell you.
Fair enough.
He
Here we go.
said cocaine.
I'll tell you, Richard took all the booze out of the pit, all the sodas. He makes Cody the chef cook chicken, which I love it because it's helped me. But like everybody's just been forced to lose weight.
Store made.
But it really did. On a serious note, we did. Mark Ingersoll needed to drop some lbs to get some health stuff going on, and so everybody kind of did it with him.
And I had one too many people call me fat and cross-eyed, and so I dropped 30 pounds. Guess what?
Erica, fuck those people.
Jason,
I tell people all the time, I can lose weight, but you'll always be it.
Oh, and he froze. Also, your rings weigh a lot. That's 5 rings.
Well, you've never been fat, but you're still fucking cross-eyed. So
Thank you. I appreciate that.
love you.
Oh, look,
But I
my
was chubby because I like to eat, and it's okay. I don't care.
You're not. Fuck.
she's
Terrible.
so
Well, listen.
stupid.
But guess what? They can pick on me about something else now. Like
My
maybe
main-
try
my
to do
main
a
problem-
burnout in automatic without sticking the tire. Maybe.
Uh-oh.
What was that?
Say that again.
What?
I believe
You
she
talking to me?
said she can do a burnout without sticking the tire. No, not you. A couple people in the class.
No, what I said was, I don't remember what I said, but it was something along the lines is quit talking crap until you can do a burnout without sticking the tire in an automatic.
Oh, damn it. I thought it was better than that.
And I'm not talking about pro mod people.
Yeah, okay. Let's say,
Stevie is still on the struggle.
What is wrong with
bus.
Stevie?
God almighty. I need to start taking pictures. I need to get my phone ready.
I've been I have 700 pictures of y'all that look awesome. For the fans, I'm sorry I'm getting hit by Twister. There's a hurricane at my house. I don't know. It says my connection is unstable.
Courtney, look at
Matt,
my
what does that
nails.
mean?
It means that your internet is no bueno.
Did you see my name, Erica?
Well, it says
The other sister, yeah.
Everybody says that I ride your
All right.
coattail. And then
I love fajitas and Lyle's on crack. Where did that come from?
I didn't
Did you
say
type
that,
that?
Lyle. I didn't say
she
it.
typed it. I would never do
Yeah,
that. I don't
only-
have enough internet.
You're the
to
only
type,
one that can
so-
choose. That's okay, Erica.
Lyle, you know damn well Erica doesn't know how to go in and change that.
I can barely send a text message.
That's true.
I know. Lackluster
What's
response.
Lyle?
most
What's
of the time.
something? I have a question for you, Lyle Barnett. What is something that the 950 people watching right now wouldn't know about Erica Enders?
Oh, no.
Would not know?
Yeah, that they don't know. Something reasonable. Don't make me have to kill you. But what's something about Erica Enders that you feel like they should know? Look at her.
Why didn't you let me like research this?
I don't
before
know
you
because
just
I've
put
had
me
3
on the
glasses
spot?
of wine. What do you want from me? Look at her.
950
She's
people.
stressed out.
I am because Lyle knows me pretty well.
Continue talking about something else. Let me think.
You'll think of it. I have
Yeah,
something,
I think
but she'd be mad at me.
What is it? Don't say what I think you're going to say.
I was gonna.
When are we playing the EC game?
Oh
Ooh.
yeah, I told her about the sibling game that I told you about. Is Stevie fucked up again?
No, he's just.
Lyle, go back in. Erica,
Hmm.
I have 2 directions to make right now before we start our trivia shit later. Lyle, go back into our shake and
text
bake.
me.
Yeah, Chase, comment them. Go into our shake and bake deal and all those like prompts, those sibling prompts that I sent. Let's play that little game real quick.
Okay.
Oh,
that's
Stevie,
good.
you're back.
I'm
You
tethered
wanna
to
do that,
like
Erica?
my neighbor's children's Apple Watch, so like it's just barely hanging on.
All right.
Okay.
Question number 1.
Wait. Erica, take a piece of paper. And
Hang on a second. Stand up. Back up and stand up. Do you have floral fucking pants?
No, it's a skirt and she looks pretty.
Stand up, please.
fuck you, Lyle.
Please, for the love of God, stand up.
I hate you. It's comfortable. Gosh damn it.
Slide your chair back. Stand the fuck up right now.
This is scrutiny and it is bad.
No, back up and stand up.
It's a skirt.
I feel like you're about to teach me about what's
I
that book
love
we all used to
Also,
read
I
in
got
English
these
class?
on. And if I was in front of you,
How
I'd
to
hit you
Kill a
and cuff them out.
Mockingbird. I feel like you're about to pull How to Kill a Mockingbird
There
out of
is
your bookshelf
so
and give us a
much
English
love
lesson.
on the Shake and Bake show. There's so much joy
Christ.
here.
Fuck you,
Oh
Lyle
my
Barnett.
God.
There's so much.
That's one of the better
camaraderie
things.
behind the
That's
heat,
one of the best things I've seen
behind
today.
I hate
scenes,
you
cheering
so
with one
much.
another.
I've seen better pattern on my grandmother's couch. Anyway,
I've had this since like
So-
the 9th grade, and it's very
I can
comfortable.
tell, and you got it from Goodwill.
Hey, fucking show emotion, ass.
You don't have anything I could pick on you about. Yeah.
No, you know why? Because I'm smart and pretty. Fuck off.
YSYPAYHMM.
Anyway, before I was
right.
bullied.
So,
Erica, you got it?
I mean, you're the one that backed up. You were trying to hide your floral skirt. Jesus Christ.
Do you have pants on?
You'd have been better off in a denim skirt.
Fletcher Cox just texted me and told me I had on a teacher fit.
He texted me and he's wanting to know what's going on with my shirt. We need to get Fletcher on the damn show. He texted me and said,
"Lyle, you're brutal." But
anyway,
I mean, that's what I said. It looks like you're about to kill a mockingbird out of your bookshelf and give us an English lesson. Right?
I'm gonna mockingbird your.
That's what I feel like you're about to do.
All right, I feel like I'm herding cats here. I'm asking the first damn question.
No,
if I get enough kilowatts off my Apple Watch,
you're
do it.
Yes, out.
Hey, in this topic, both get right down. I'll skip over to question number 2 on my list.
We can barely hear this guy. He's in the middle of a goddamn Hurricane Isa. Lyle, you got to do it. He's out.
He gone. All right. First question is, who would win in a physical fight? Yes. 100%. Courtney would.
Oh, I got $5 for my outfit. Thank you, Justin. Anyway, keep going.
Yeah, $5. That skirt cost a solid $199. Who is more likely to commit a crime? This is easy. Yes, 100%. I feel like you catered all these to you.
No, just wait. I was giving examples. Y'all were supposed to do homework. Anyway.
Oh, I wasn't supposed to read these?
How about you ask a question?
They're fine.
No, who has best fashion? Okay.
Obviously.
Fucking clearly. Like a Navajo Indian blanket.
Lyle, you wear basketball shorts to the racetrack.
Thank you, Erica.
That's what I wear under my fire suit, Erica.
Well, maybe not
everybody wears a fucking collared shirt and slacks. Losers. Jesus Christ.
I get paid to dress professionally.
Like we're going to a fucking board meeting. Erica gets out of the car and it's like, let me tidy up my bow tie. Shut up. Who is more sensitive?
A lot. And you know this.
Yeah, very true.
Courtney's like, I don't
care. Who is more competitive? I don't know the answer to this question. It's a 50-50. Who's more competitive?
We already decided we were going to fight over this one.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Let's hear it in the
comments. I think it depends on what we're talking about.
Where's Stevie?
He's gone.
He gone. Who's the messiest?
My house is a spotless piece of treasure.
So is mine. Do you want a tour?
My cleaning lady's better than yours.
So I think
absolutely.
I think Charlotte in the fall. I'm gonna give a random. Well, y'all won't both have your own rental car though. Oh no, we'll do a hotel room check.
Yeah, we don't room together.
And you have to answer the door.
Okay.
You can't. Within a certain amount of time, you have to answer the door. Closed, please, for the love of God.
Closed.
Who spends more money?
Who has more
money?
Who
got the next one I do want to know. Who got in trouble more as a kid?
Come on.
Oh, really?
You're surprised?
Stevie's bored. Look at him.
Well, Stevie's internet.
The next one's who swears more? CE. Who's more independent?
I can't even get it.
Okay. That's all I got. Stevie, you got any more? Those were all.
That was fun.
Question, but still.
Well, I sent the link. There was like 200, and I just gave ideas. Stevie, we can't hear you. Bless your heart.
All right, who's lazier?
good one, Matt.
Listen, I'm not a morning person, so
I'm not either.
Who's the better singer?
Oh, prove it, bitch.
Oh,
Karaoke. Karaoke is coming to town. We're
No
going
way.
somewhere. You won't do it?
Well, no, I'm saying no way she's better.
You think you're a better singer? All right.
I can like
We go to the karaoke.
I can 2000s rap like with the best of them.
No. That doesn't count.
It doesn't?
Erica,
no, you have to sing a song.
Erica learned something this weekend at the NASCAR race. I'm sorry, Erica. You know the song that's like, I'm from the Lou and I'm proud, run a mile for the cause?
I thought it said loop, L-O-O-P. I'm from the loop and I'm proud, run a mile for the cause. I'm righteous above the law, play my styles raw.
Right.
But guess what? I ain't from the loop.
And we're not from the Loop either in Houston.
I mean, outer loop.
We're from Katy.
Outer loop.
All right,
We
Erica,
just hanging out.
You go to the karaoke bar, and you have to choose a song.
I got one.
Your next year's salary depends on it. What do you pick?
I don't know. I'm not good at this game.
Bonnie Raitt, something to talk about.
Ice Ice Baby. I know all the words. I don't know what
You're not paying. You ain't paying the mortgage. Never mind. Fuck it, you lose.
Thank you.
Listen, Shake and Bake, you're very welcome for introducing you to the real Erica Enders tonight.
This is not real, but almost. It's closer than normal.
It's closer than normal. Oh, Dad.
Hi, Dad.
Shit.
Oh, no.
Hey, Dad.
You're in trouble. You're in trouble.
hey, Dad.
Who's the better decision maker?
Oh, my God. Let me tell you.
I make horrible decisions.
Erica calls me every week. Courtney, I have a serious question. What colored nails do I get? And I thought we were getting neon this week.
But I got them done last week for Bristol, but then for Norwalk, I'm going to get pink.
Erica can't make a decision to save her life. She can't even make a decision of how to make a decision.
No, I can't make a decision because I want everyone else to be happy, and then I'm last. And so therefore I don't make decisions. And then that's why I'm 40 and I live in Sulphur, Oklahoma.
How do I make my decisions, Erica?
Like that.
Who's nosier?
Oh, me.
Do either of you have a weird habit?
Oh yeah, we both have a lot.
Habit? You have lots of weird habits?
No.
I'd say, I mean, how do you have time during the day to have weird habits?
I don't have a habit. I put my gear on in the same order every time. That's a habit. Courtney has a habit of working out. I have a habit of not. If you catch me running, you better turn around because there's somebody with a knife behind me.
I feel bad for Stevie.
He talks a lot anyway, though. He's okay.
Are either of you scared of the dark?
I am.
Erica
I have
is.
night lights all over my house.
This is why Erica and I can't room together. One of many reasons why Erica and I cannot room together on the road. She's got to crack the door, have the bathroom light on, all this happy horse shit.
Let me tell you a small story about Courtney. When she was married to Adam, she had a slight, and by slight, I mean full blown come apart because the time clock on the VCR or whatever it was, I don't know what it was too bright. And I've got like my Bath and Body Works plugins. When I stay at a hotel, I leave the bathroom light on and crack the door. I hate the dark. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it.
I did have a come apart that day. That might be why I'm divorced.
Erica, how much vacuuming do you do before you leave for dinner?
A lot. And I usually choose to vacuum at the most inopportune times also. And Chase gets mad at me because Chase never vacuums. So
Every bug, every dust particle, It all has to go.
If I have people over, I vacuum while they're here. And Dion always tells me that it's why people don't want to come over because I vacuum while they're still here.
Look at Stevie.
Well, we can't even see your face, Stevie. We would love to have you in on this conversation, but you're not.
Trying to find something else good.
See, look, there he goes. I did have a list of things. Let me see.
Lyle, I have a question for Lyle. Is your beard hot in the summer? Is it just hot? No,
because the weight of manhood is not too much for me to bear. So I don't complain about my beard.
Okay.
No, it's
what
not.
What about your eyebrows?
Well, so here's a fun
They're
fact.
down here.
Yeah, fun fact. I'm faster when I swim without them.
Oh, less
drag. So a lot of people say, what about your beard? Well, what you don't know about, see, this thing's heat treated. So it's got special powers and it's like tentacles. And when I'm swimming, they do like this propulsion, like a torpedo underwater.
How do you spell that?
Propulsion?
Mm-hmm.
No clue. Oh,
Listen.
Erica, act like you know how to spell it.
I do. I always say this. It's hard to be smart and pretty. It's just hard to be both.
Words aren't Erica's thing. Numbers are.
It is, however, tough to in a helmet. It is much better to wear
You tuck them in your head sock.
It's a lot easier to wear the head sock and then strap the helmet over top
Like
of
you
it.
strap your helmet over your beard.
Correct.
But then does it itch your neck a little bit?
Nah, you don't worry about shit like that.
I know. I'm just kidding. Stevie's gone again.
This is I feel bad for him, but honestly, Lyle, like we've done a good job.
Well, I think
I want to look through some of the comments and answer some questions. This is what Stevie would usually do at this hour of the show. Stevie's favorite song would be It's Raining Men with that shirt he's wearing. Don't know what shirt oh yeah, it was the Hawaiian shirt. That's funny. Let's see.
It's Raining Men.
I'm glad Dad's in the house, but he came in at a weird time. I was kind of
and he got on, Courtney, without texting you or I. How do you get on YouTube?
He did just text us and said there is another Enders.
Ran super successful software and computer businesses, by the way.
Let's see. Stevie's drowning in stars. Oh, who's going to be Farmer Fran this week?
I have that, but I have not uploaded it. I will do.
Oh, okay. So, Stevie,
Matt, do you have the picture that I sent you?
Yeah, that's the one I'm referring to.
Let's go into that.
Oh, it's so good. Not yet. No, not yet. Not yet. That is a show in there.
Whoa.
What, Erica?
I'm reading some of these people's comments.
Favorite drink? Wine, buddy. All day.
Don't do it.
I've seen several comments asking about beer money. I am going to try to run that thing this weekend, maybe Saturday. I'm planning to go to Bristol possibly on Sunday and hang out with the crew, but I'm not sure where I'm going. Probably Civil Wars at Rockingham with it. I know MPK's at Virginia, but we're sponsoring the race, so kind of feel like I should be there. So more than likely, I'll be at Rockingham.
Which sister is Shake and which one is Bake? Erica, go ahead and answer that.
I'm going to go with Courtney would be Shake because I have the rhythm of nothing.
She didn't even catch the fucking innuendo.
I don't know innuendos and I can't spell it either.
I'm Bake. Duh. Clearly.
Oh, I thought you meant like shake, like dance or something.
I know. You're very pretty and we love you.
I've seen a couple of comments too about the Gangsters in Paradise deal, the no prep race. I am invited there and I do plan to go. It's at the end of June in Indiana, so we'll just see if the schedules work out, but I do plan to be there.
Lyle, do you wash your beard with juices and berries?
I do not. So I have a deal with the Beard Club. They have beard shampoo that I used.
Okay. It looks looks very good, and I applaud you for the beard club.
All right, Lyle, we got the image prepped if you want to. I don't know the story behind it.
So,
You're welcome. I'll wash my hands.
my time to shine.
Here you go, buddy.
So I received this picture from an anonymous sender.
Oh no!
As most of you know, Stevie is gone. He's gonna miss.
It's our show tonight, Boo.
I know, but damn it.
He was excited about this for you.
Maybe he's listening. Maybe he's not. Stevie's had a less than stellar year. He and E have
I have sympathized with him.
driven the struggle bus. There's no denying it.
Yes.
However, when Stevie Fast Jackson and Sydney Frigo find the winner's circle, and I am a believer, I think they will. This is what I feel that Stevie should wear, and I think he will come through. Matt, hit him with the quickness.
Oh no!
Oh, baby!
That looks like the guy from the NASCAR race.
Yo! Oh my god!
Can we get another flash of it, Matt? Just a real quick flash.
Hey, little buddy.
Oh, geez.
Thank God for the parental advisory sticker.
Yeah.
That's awful.
One can only hope that that's what Stevie emerges from the trailer with.
It was kind of sharp.
That's worse than the pink hot pants he said he would wear if he drove a dragster.
It is June.
What do you mean? You talking to me?
Gay Pride Month. I was making a June funny. No one
It's-
got it.
It's Dinosaur History Month or Dinosaur Month. Thank you.
You got it, Matt. Matt, you're always with me. We're the smartest ones here.
Hey, me and Lyle are very offended.
Okay. Y'all think about it for a minute.
Yeah, tough shit on that offendedness.
Nice to meet you, Matt.
This has been phenomenal. I'm still
First
reading
date,
through these
kinda awkward.
comments.
Matt, you're about
Matt.
240 on the beer counter.
This is freaking 6. Jesus Christ.
There you
Stevie
go.
and beer money would be a joke. Lyle knows that car and is deadly with it.
Oh, so the No Prep Kings, I've seen a bunch of John Odom this, John Odom that. Very disappointed in Justin Swanstrom that he included that clown on his No Prep Kings team. Just when I had started to kind of be a fan of that guy's program, he goes and does some stupid shit like that.
Oh, I like Justin.
Who are you
I
talking
like
about?
Justin. No Prep Kings?
Oh, I know Justin.
I mean, I like Justin too, and I actually texted him a couple days ago about possibly renting his car when he has his whole rental program come around and run some No Prep King stuff. But very disappointed in your choice with John Odom. I don't care if he's got just the slightest chance of running fast once in a blue moon. That guy sucks.
Good job, Matt. Marcus. You see Marcus's comment? Wow.
I just kicked my sister out of bed.
Erica, one time Marcus Burt came on our show. Oh, Stevie just said he's out. We're on our own. So here we go. Dreams of two countries. Marcus Burt came on the show and he couldn't get the laptop to work. And I guess he was using his sister's or something. And he literally chunked it across the room and shattered it.
No, he bought a brand new laptop. Like it was brand. What did he say? $1,500 or something he paid for it?
Probably. He's
And he couldn't figure out how to use it. And his sister came over and she was having trouble. And he grabbed it, closed it, and tomahawked it into the wall. Shattered it. Gone. Brand new.
Right
laptop.
before he came on the show.
Greg Enders says, check text. Big
Okay,
letters.
I got to
All
read
caps.
this. So when we were talking about Dad getting on without our help, he goes, okay, so I was watching episode 1 for 20 minutes before I figured it out.
And that's where I get that. Lyle,
Yes.
2 questions.
Okay.
What intrigued you about NHRA drag racing to come over to this side? No, I know, but I mean, we've been rambling on about nothing for like 20 minutes, and people are probably
That's what
like,
Shake and Bake's about.
Let me answer that first.
Yes, go ahead.
Since I was little, let's back up some because I want to kind of tell you how when I was watching NHRA as a kid, I was a KB racing fan. Period. I was a Greg Anderson and a Jason Lund fan. But here's why. North Carolina based. Summit was, right down the road in Georgia. Like it all made sense, right? And when Erica Enders came along, and I was at a bar in Charlotte, and I told someone close to Greg Anderson that I thought you were a not so nice word. I did.
Me?
Yes, you.
Lyle Barnett.
I did. Listen.
Oh. Okay, go ahead, finish your story, but at the end I want to know why. But go ahead.
Because I was a Greg Anderson fan, and back then you guys didn't really get along.
You had one or the other. Yeah.
Right. And so I chose to not like you and like him, right? It's just no different than
But then what happened when you met me?
Let me get there.
Okay, go ahead.
Erica,
I'm going to mute your fucking mic. Just hang on. I'm just kidding. So I've always dreamed and wanted to be a part of the NHRA race professionally. Pro Modified in the Southeast is huge. It's where it came from. Ricky Smith, Todd Tutterow, Charles Carpenter, all these guys that kind of made it happen from the get-go are all from here. So I've always wanted to race Pro Mod, and I've always wanted to be a part of the NHRA. Now, I didn't think that my path would kind of leapfrog. And I'm not saying 8th Mile Pro Mod is a lesser. The PDRA is a great sanctioning body, and I think they do an awesome job, and that's a place for that. And those guys are awesome, and it's different. I didn't think I would kind of leapfrog that and go straight in the NHRA, but the way I found myself where I ended up, I went to Justin Elk's shop one day and to buy some parts, and we were talking, and I was, man, I've always wanted to run Pro Mod. And he was like, man, we've got a car available in here. And we walked through the door, looked at it. How much does it cost? Like the next week, my dad and I had a meeting with him. The week after that, we were on a flight to Fort Worth, and I sat in a conference room with you, Richard Freeman, Alex Laughlin.
That's where we all got COVID, by the way.
Yeah. Happy birthday to me.
And the next thing you knew, I was running an NHRA Pro Mod, had never driven a Pro Mod before in my life.
That's awesome.
I test like 3 weeks later. We're in Gainesville, or the World Series of Pro Mod in Gainesville not long after that. The rest kind of wrote itself. But I always wanted to race there, and I still believe it. It is the pinnacle. Like that's where you go if you're going to do it as a professional, and make a name for yourself. If you can win there, you can win anywhere, in my opinion. And we've been very successful. I've won 3 races with you guys at Elite Motorsports, all in a car and with a combination that most said could never win another race. But that just is a testament to the effort that was put forth prior to me getting in the car.
Your reaction times.
Well, yeah, but that's just part of it. You still got to have a car that can get to the finish line. And it's a car that you drove, and one that you caught fire in, and we share a common bond there, right? You've been on fire, what that feels like. They fix the car, everything comes back together. I win 3 races, including the U.S. Nationals, which I may never win another one, but I did it once, and that's all that matters.
That's all that matters. Can't take it from you.
What I would like to do is win a Pro Modified championship. I feel like if I could find the funding, I'm in the right place. Like I told Justin Elks, I said, if I can put it together, I want to drive a car for you for the rest of my life. Like I love driving for that dude. Ben and Mike.
He's amazing.
If I can convince them to crew my car for the rest of the time that I drive a Pro Mod, if they would just come with me, I feel the most comfortable. And nothing against Adam Flamholk and all of his guys. Love driving for them. They've got a good program over there that's kind of just spreading its roots. But like I'm comfortable, and I love Justin and everything that he does, and that's just where I want to be. And if I can find the money and can put it together, I would love to run for a championship with Justin. He deserves it. He's a very successful and has done many things in pro stock and pro modified, has done a lot for the sport with modern racing in his business. But he deserves it. And I feel like if we could just put it together, that he and I and the rest of the crew could win a championship if we can just find the money to do it.
Well, let's find the money, because you can absolutely do it as a driver. I know that. I saw that the first time you got in the car, and watching you win Dallas was one of my top 10 favorite moments. Like, I'm serious, like being on the starting line for that, and then rewatching the video, and you posted it the other day, but like even Grandpa was excited, and then the emotion in your voice, like that's something that people always want to talk crap about is the emotion that comes along with this. And I'll never forget it. Before I won my first race in pro stock, Eddie Craywick told me, whatever you do, don't cry. And from that point on, I've never I've been very careful with it. And being a girl is a lot different, but I loved how it shows how much it means to you. And listening to you could not have written a better top end speech than what you gave. I'm serious, like off the cuff, like you freaking nailed it and included everybody, and the struggles that you had, what you went through with your fire and your injury and recovering. And I think the world of you, and I think that you deserve all things great, and you are a badass driver.
Well, thank you. But yeah, I think that if you cry at the top end, good for fucking you. Like I lost I red lit against Stevie in Virginia last year and had the car to beat. I was low for race day and I was 002 red, and I was throwing shit. I threw my helmet. I threw my gloves. I threw my Hans device.
And that's your buddy.
Anything that I could take off of my body, I threw. Like I was picking shit up everywhere. And they weren't going to interview me. And Amanda Busick looks down at me. She's like, get your ass over here.
I was going to say, I would have.
And she got me. And I cried. I did. I got emotional because I knew there's nothing that hurts worse than letting your team down, ever. You know it. Last race, you lost on a hole shot, low for first round. Nothing hurts worse.
Nope.
JR Gray beat me on a hole shot at my very first NHRA national event at the Gator Nationals in 2021. And I stuffed it right to that motherfucker in Vegas. But
look, but there's something to be said with the two of you here, though. Y'all have come up on the short end of that. But if you tally it up, I guarantee you, and I can say this as somebody outside of that seat, if you tally it up, they would rather have a driver that's going to give it up like that, because y'all have come around more so than not. So that's just the way it is.
And I can count on my hand how many times I've been beat on a hole shot. Like, and it goes back to radio days. Ron Rhodes beat me on a hole shot in the Leaf Spring Shootout in 2013. Matt Bell beat me on a hole shot in LDR Memphis 2018. JR Gray beat me on a hole shot. I've been beat on a couple more. How
dare you?
He did. But like those things hurt, and like there's nothing worse. If you let go of the button, you're the first to leave the starting line, you go down there and get outrun, you just got beat. But when everybody does their job, because when the car rolls to the starting line and you rip loose of the pedal or rip loose of the trans brake button, the only thing we as drivers can do is fuck it up. That's all we can do. You cannot make it any better. You can be perfect and still not make it any better than it could possibly be, right? But you can fuck it up 6 ways from Sunday.
Yep.
And there is nothing that hurts more than to go up there. And in Virginia, I had the car to beat. We would have won that race. There's no doubt. I am so glad Tyler Miller went on to win his first NHRA national event.
That was cool.
I'm proud of him for that. It's awesome to see him substitute for Mason while he's healing from his crash in Chicago. But we could have won that race, and I turned it 2 red in the first round. And Amanda Busick pulled me over. I got emotional because I hate to lose, period. But when it's my fault, there's nothing that hurts worse. Nothing. I hate
That's what makes y'all the best, and that's what makes it happen. And Chase just said, I know every round we have won and lost with that red car over the last 7 years, but it balances itself out. And I guarantee you, red lights, Lyle, hole shots, Erica, whatever it may be, they'd still choose y'all because it balances itself out, and you guys have a better hold of it than anybody out there.
That's a really long way to answer your first question, Erica. So I don't know what the second one was, but
I've done forgot now, but
That was you asking him.
I did, yeah. No, but I'm glad. Like that was very interesting to learn. But I agree with you and sympathize with you on that. And that's what I worry about when this whole deal is over, when I choose to move on with my life. Like, what feeling will ever replace hitting the parachute, shoving the clutch in, and looking over and seeing the beacon on the guard wall? What replaces that? You have a kid, like, I mean, there are other things, but like, how, as a competitive person, as a professional race car driver, what replaces the win lights? What replaces the championships and those like memories from the winner's circle? And I mean, you work your entire life for something and literally spend 20, 30, 50 million dollars and to get to this point. And I don't know whatever replaces it. So
I gotta say, and I have a good place in this because, again, I'm outside of it, but I have the best view in the house. And I tell this to you behind the scenes all the time, but like there's two kinds of people in the world. There's normal people, and God love them because they do normal things. And, well, yeah, but like you're destined, not that normal people aren't destined for great things because they have families, they have good jobs, they have all the things that are that, but like you wouldn't be okay with all of that. You may be okay with it, but you wouldn't be fulfilled with it. You were born literally, like y'all watching this, all still 925 of y'all watching this. I've seen this from a view that no one else has ever seen it. When we were 6 years old, 7 years old, 8 years old, 12 years old, 15 years old, the only thing this human being, this beating heart down here has ever dreamt about is doing exactly what she did. But there are huge sacrifices that have come along with it. Both of us have lived it. We're divorced. We're pushing 40 with no kids. We live alone. We do all the Chase. I know you live with Erica, but not for long. There's things that we've given up to do this, but like that's the flip side of it. And people who are out there doing their 9-to-5s and going to the grocery stores on Thursday to be able to go to swimming lessons on Saturday and all those normal things. Lyle's a very blessed sense to where he gets to do both because his wife is freaking amazing and keeps that up, but he gets to do both. And I'm not trying to be political here, but like, because he's a dude, we don't get that pleasure. But you were born for more than that crap. And if this is what you go down doing, like, I'm here with you and I've given up. Okay, well,
just you and I, Courtney.
Well, that was a great time for her to go away because I was going to say, I've given up my life for your stuff too. And it's given me a great career. But like, you got to know people can't have it all. And you were born for this stuff. And since I can even remember, I'm younger than you, so it's not all the way. But since I remember, this is who you were meant to be. And your performance and what you do shows that. And so you have some sacrifices along the way. And so people talk shit and all this other happy horse shit, but like, dude, look what you've done. You got 5 rings on your hand and you may have some regrets at night and all these things, but look behind you. Like, this is who you're supposed to be. You're doing what you're supposed to do. And you're the freaking GOAT.
Thank you. That's really nice. And, but at the same time, like we have nothing left to prove. We've won 5 world championships and 44 national events. And
well, you got to pass on Jill. God love her, but you got to pass on Jill.
We will. Don't worry.
Somebody asked or said, so Lyle, finish the story. When did you change your thoughts on EE? And
I was wondering the same thing.
So we go to Fort Worth for our first meeting with Elite Motorsports when I was going to sign the deal to run. What was that?
COVID. You gave us COVID.
I did not. That was not me. No, I didn't bring that. I didn't get COVID.
He got it from midget Mr. T in Las Vegas.
Anyway.
But so we had our meeting there at Elite Motorsports, agreed on a deal to run the 2021 season for sure. We went to dinner all together, and as we left, Erica didn't pull me to the side, but as we were walking through the parking lot, she said, "Hey, here's my number. You're a part of us now. If you need anything, let me know. We will be in Orlando in a few weeks. Courtney does this, that, and the other." And I was just kind of getting acclimated to how the whole deal worked and had no idea this circus that made up how the NHRA whole deal worked, right? Like I had no idea, Courtney was beating me up about pictures for hard cards and crew this and crew shirts that and decals here. And I was just
Hero
like,
cards
holy
that.
I was going to say
shit.
hero cards.
No idea.
Yep.
So then we'd go to Orlando for the World Door Slammer Nationals, West Buck and Drag Illustrated race. I did not do so well there. However, my teammate at the time, Alex Laughlin, went to the finals. He had won it the year before. So as a team, we did pretty well. But I spent a lot of time with Erica and the elite crowd at the house there that they had rented. And Erica and I played whatever the fuck we were playing. Foosball or whatever when you were wearing my ass out, And I realized then that these people that I had watched on TV and, idolized at times were just like us. We're no different than anybody else. And from that weekend forward, Eric and I became friends. I was a little leery of Courtney's loose cannon over there, firing random shots. Erica told me it was okay. She was not the rabid dog she appeared to be. And even though she wears floral pants and looks like my 9th grade English teacher,
no one was supposed to see the bottom half of my body.
Yeah, well, you fucked that up. But so that is, I'm not going to say that I thought Erica was a ass or whatever up until that point, but that was when it all changed over and I realized, that these people are just like us, and now I get to talk to some of these drivers and whatnot at the hotel rooms or at the hotel bars, after rounds of qualifying or days at the track, rainouts, whatever you want to call it. And they're just like us, and we've all became really good friends, and I would do anything for any of you. Love you both. And I don't know how your parents have allowed you to go down the path you've gone down. But God bless Greg Enders and your beautiful mother.
Listen, they didn't have much choice, but I think one thing that allowed my dad to feel comfortable is that Eric and I are together. We don't do this alone. He created an army,
a powerhouse together. First of all,
and we won't do it.
I ain't fucking with you.
No, she'll fuck you up on the racetrack, and I'll fuck you up in the pits.
And there's Dad. He's going to be like, "Oh, Erica, you have to talk to your sister about cursing."
No. Another gosh darn
Dad's fine with me. He's fine with me.
No, but Dad does say, like, sometimes, like, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce you to a little bit different world, but he refers to it as the cesspool of drag racing. But I mean,
I think we do a good job together. Like nobody F's with us,
and people they won't mess with us, and we're like not in a weird way, but like a married couple, opposites attract. Like Courtney is everything. She does and says everything I literally cannot and don't want to do. And I'm the other side of that. So
you just do what you do on the racetrack to enable me to run my mouth.
Yeah. Well, we don't.
All right, Erica.
Go ahead.
World Series of Pro Mod 2000, that'll be 24. Yes, 2024. You get a full paid gig, and you can only choose one. What are you driving? Pro Mod, Mount Motor, Pro Stock.
Oh, Pro Mod, easy.
Every time.
Every time.
No doubt.
No doubt. That's also something I would like to clear the air about is the what is it? Conception, perception. Words and spelling, not my forte.
She was in the math club.
Oh, God dang it. That's the one I was looking for.
I've been sitting on it for 2 hours.
Fuck. Go ahead. Math club.
No, she's mad at me. She made it through this whole show without being mad at me.
I'm not mad at you. You can't be mad about the truth. Yes, Dad, we should have gone golfing. We would have made millions. We would have been hanging out at country clubs. It's okay.
But we don't have the temper for golf, Dad.
No, golf is not. No, that's for Tesla drivers. Anyway, misperception, conception, perception, all of the things. Conception. I am not scared to drive Pro Mod. That was never a thing. Like, I don't care. If you give me a race car, I will drive it, can and will. Don't have a problem with it. I think you know that, Lyle. I know my sister knows that. Lower turbo or nitro?
Matt, will you put up my dad's? Oh, that's not my dad's comment. Damn it. I thought it was Greg's. Never mind. Sorry. And Matt, we'll be done soon. We promise.
It's okay. But anyway, I would drive anything. I don't care. And if I had a choice to drive a nitro car, I would drive a funny car. That would be my jam. I'm not scared. I love it. I'll as long as there's a paycheck involved, I'm good. What's that?
Now, do you say no to turbos strictly because of what happened?
No. I say no. Well, I don't say no. I'd still drive a turbo car if they let me. I don't care. I think I can drive anything, but where the application is different, I think, is you leave, I don't know how you say it, like you ramp all the power out where the track is very marginal, where in a Pro Charger car or a blower car or a nitro car, you leave now. Like you're leaving full power right now where the track is okay. You're not trying to ramp in all your timing and all of your power 300, 400 feet out where the track is very iffy. So it's definitely different. And I also think, like, I always joke with my guys, like, that I was the test dummy with factory shootout stuff when we were at the very beginning of it. I was the test dummy with Pro Mod at the very beginning of it. While I'll gladly do it, I would actually, because of the notoriety that comes with it, because we're a championship team from NHRA Pro Stock, like, I wish that we would have performed better at our debuts. But having said that, look at our program now. Like, when you drive for us, when you know, our Pro Mod program is way different now than it used to be. It's just it's part of the deal, and that's why I'm here. Like, I was in on the foundation of this Elite Motorsports conglomerate, and I'm proud of that. So and it's made me a better driver. But yeah, absolutely, I would drive Pro Mod again or nitro. I don't care. I'll drive anything. Look at Courtney's face.
As the person who has to run the entire quarter mile to the ambulance you were in, calm down.
Listen, I didn't want to be there.
I didn't want to run there.
No, I did ask Justin Elks that if I could put the funds together, could we bring the turbo car back out? And he's like, listen, man, we've really kind of invested a bunch in this Roots program, and we're going to go the supercharger direction for now, unless the rules package proves otherwise. But I really like the turbo stuff. To me, there was nothing like seeing somebody out a car at the 8th mile.
And then you close the gap.
And knowing that if I've got your back bumper, you are fucked at the finish line. You know?
Dude, right before we went on live, I had scheduled this yesterday, but go look on Flo Drag Racing's, shameless plug, go look on Flo Drag Racing's Facebook page. I put together a video from Brainerd, Lyle, whenever I got a video of you warming up and you were kind of talking shit because of the shootout, and you said something about passing them at 1,000 feet and Stevie there helping you warm up. You probably haven't seen it yet because you've been on the show, but what you said is exactly what she just emulated there.
Yeah. There is nothing like it, you know, and you know, when you've gotten somebody on a hole shot, you know, that they're a little farther out, that you can just kind of tell. And like when in round 1 of eliminations at the U.S. Nationals, I beat Mike Castellano on a hole shot by like a couple thou or something like that. And at the 8th mile, that dude was out there. But I knew that if the nose of my car was touching his wing, I was like, I think we can get there. And it was the same thing when I beat Justin Bond in Dallas. Like if you look at when the cars come by, there's a view from the NHRA TV when the cars come by, and it looks like I am so far out. Like there's no way you're catching him. And there is no better feeling than when you pull by him at like 1,000 feet and clip him at the finish line. That's why I like the turbo stuff. It's such a good feeling at the top end.
I agree. And I don't dislike the promo, the turbo stuff, but you're right. Closing the gap is pretty freaking awesome. And it's kind of to relate it to 500-inch Pro Stock. If I put it in high gear and I look over and I'm ahead, they are not getting there first because Elite Performance Horsepower, we back half better than any of them. So But that closing ratio in a turbo car is pretty freaking awesome. That, and when you pull the front end up like 500 feet out, that'll catch you.
The only time that's not cool is when it's uneven left to right and you're trying to mow the center cone over. That's no good. But when it rides a 400 foot wheelie and that thing's going down the middle of the racetrack, you are selling t-shirts.
There's a question on the screen. What was the first car you ever raced besides junior?
Besides a junior dragster? I guess I went to Frank Hawley's Super Comp school. So when I turned 16, I started racing Super Comp, and I would go back and race the junior dragster races as well. But Super Comp and Super Gas. In high school, we would, off the record, attend a lot of street races that were really fun. My boyfriend at the time had a 69 Camaro, and I had a 67 Chevelle that my dad built. And we would go out and have fun. And our dads would even come with us, and we would run from the cops and turn your jacket on inside out so they couldn't see you from the helicopter. And
yeah, but that was before the world was made up.
That was before the world was made up.
So, all right. What do you think are we doing trivia tonight or no? Because it's 2 hours. We should probably wrap
2 hours. Let's just kill it.
We trivia in it?
Nah, Stevie's gone. We'll save it for next time.
I'm gonna run.
But before we go, Parker Speed, JR Parker from Parker Speed sent me a care package today. JR, I'm gonna be honest, I left it at the shop. Nash is sick, had to get home, left it at the shop. But look up Parker Speed, some awesome products. He sent me some spark plug sockets that I will share on my social media following this and tomorrow. But JR, thank you for your support. Parker Speed, you guys are awesome. A local shop here in North Carolina. And we appreciate you guys' support.
Hey, hook it up with some spark plug sockets. We'll use them.
Well, there you go, JR.
We ride the struggle bus with that. But I have a trivia question.
Do you have a prize?
What are you giving away?
Double Shit Show will give something away.
Or you can have, if you like us, Erica Enders 5-time world champion t-shirt in the size of your choice. But you got to call for it. Yeah. More work for my sister. I have 3 world record certificates sitting on my desk. Pro Stock, Pro Mod, and what other class?
I'll send it to you, Matt. Hold on.
I'll text you, Courtney, because I have the EZ now. Okay, you already know. But anyway,
so
also Double O Shit Show sent me this fantastic wine glass that if you guys are into the vino drinking, you should maybe purchase one. Mine says the Quarter Mile Media thing with the little emoji guy, but Double O Shit Show, yeah, for the win.
So David, I'm gonna out you here. David will send you a care package if you get this right. So the question is, Erica has 3
world records.
1 in Pro Stock, 1 in Pro Mod. What is the 3rd class?
The first one I see that isn't cheating is a Warren Rab.
Me too.
I thought you were gonna say Rodrigo.
Yep. So Warren, email. Send Matt. You can tell him whatever he needs, but then I'll forward it to David.
Yeah, just
send your shirt size, or if you would prefer a hat.
Yeah, send your screenshot of your YouTube account
or
to
I don't care.
StevieFast.com, and I'll get that over to Courtney or Erica. Whoever.
That was easy. Also, John Taylor, yes. I don't know what you're replying Camus to, but the answer is yes.
Did we win a bottle of Camus?
I would love a bottle of Camus sent to my fucking house.
And Lyle would like a case of Yingling for the dingling.
Light. The yingling dingaling.
Dad said money spent world record. Dad, I'm so glad you got on here tonight. How fun. You didn't even need our help.
Lyle, are you still going to come to Bristol even though you're not driving?
Yeah, I'm going to come. I'm going to try to come Sunday. Being that I'm not driving Pro Mod, we're sponsoring a local race here was a race that had been held at Rockingham Dragway for years past. It hasn't been there for a long time, and the new owners of the track are bringing it back. So we're sponsoring that with MacFab, and I may go there Saturday, but I'm going to try.
I heard you're making the wheels for my new Camaro in stock eliminator.
Yeah, well, Richard hasn't sent them yet.
What the fuck? You're racing a stock car?
Just to prove a point.
Why can't I? Richard Freeman, I have been asking you.
He bought a car. We're painting it elite red. Jason Lyon is building my engine. Huh? Okay, then you can drive it. I don't care. I'm just saying we're doing it to prove a point.
Anyway.
Kind of like we do for everything else.
Anyway, okay.
All right. Well, thanks to all of you that have hung on for 2 hours.
It's been a lot. We're still damn near 900. We'll do our Bristol picks. We'll get with Stevie because we can't do that without Stevie. Maybe we'll do it in a graphic of something, but we'll post our Bristol picks so that it's out there. But y'all got
Erica, thanks for coming on. First of all, and you redeemed yourself. You redeemed yourself by having a cocktail, so you will get invited back. I told Erica earlier today it was either have a drink on here or this is your first and last.
I would like to come back, and I would like to come back when Stevie's on because I feel like this was going to be the redemption of our friendship, possibly. But he's in the middle of Twister and pterodactyl flies.
Hopefully, he didn't die.
Oh, Courtney, I also saw a comment.
Kill him.
I saw a comment earlier that you should be a permanent fixture on the show.
I
don't know if
Isn't
anybody has watched since the first episode, but
are there any fun comments that you should show before we go?
A slice of cake.
Yeah, that's me, dude.
All right. Well, thank you. Thank you to all of you for hanging this long. We appreciate all of your support, all of you that donated throughout the show. I hope we put all of those comments up. I don't know if we did or not.
We probably didn't because Stevie's the one with access to that. Matt does a good job, but we apologize, the leader of the pack. But we proved that Lyle and I can run the show.
Yes. We will be back next Tuesday to couple.
Wow.
6 yingling dingling.
To cover a double race. Is that what you call that? When they run,
it's a double. It's like
a double divisional, but it's a double national. So it's even
it's not double points. It's literally a double race.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Thank you for your input there, E. Double national.
Double national.
Can you spell
double
that?
E?
I can spell double.
Jesus Christ.
Look at both of you.
All right, we love you all. Shake and Bakers, you're awesome. Stevie didn't make it for the full show, but Pterodactyls took him away. Matt, take us away.
Bye.